football on KXORadio.com. Now, let's get ready for the kickoff with George Grijalva and Mickey Dale. Tiger football on KXORadio.com.
Yeah, good evening and welcome to Warren Field in Brawley for tonight's game between the Wildcats and the Imperial Tigers. Both teams come into the contest ranked in the top 10 of the San Diego section, CIF Division III. The Cats are number 7, the Tigers are number 10. I'm Mickey Dale along with George Grijalva, and after 6 non-conference games, finally time for Imperial Valley League play for the Tigers.
We're ready.
We're ready. It's been a while.
I'm ready to watch this game.
It's like it's such a long time ago. We had a 5-game road trip. We've gone through 3 of them. We have 2 more to go tonight and next week at Central. The Wildcats come in tonight 5-2 overall and open IVL action last week with a 50-6 thrashing over Southwest and El Centro. The Tigers come in tonight 4-2 after their 3rd straight victory, edging previously unbeaten Hoville 14-8 last week in a battle of old rivals. Imperial had to overcome a 92-yard opening game kickoff return by Dorian Mais that kept the Hoville faithful still on their feet, and we were kind of shocked, I think.
Yeah, and we've been up for that game for a while.
Yeah.
And then to have that happen to us,
like, wow, what happened?
What
happened?
Back on our heels.
It was a great play that he made to make it 8-0. The Tigers then cut that lead to 8-7 on a C.J. Tiernan 1-yard run with a little over 2 minutes to go in the first half. Tiernan added a second TD run. This one from 4 yards out with 3:48 to go, sealing the victory. It marked the 9th victory in a row for the Tigers over the Vikings and their 13th win in the last 14 meetings. Tiernan had his 3rd rushing night of over 100 yards with a career high on 32 yards on 25 carries and a pair of touchdowns against the Vikings. The Tigers offense had their 2nd highest rushing total of the season with 246 yards on the ground. Tiernan is shared starting at quarterback, and it will be interesting to see how the offense moves under him and freshman Reese Vendiola. Both were throwing practices tonight, so we'll see at game time who will be the starting quarterback. And we'll look at the Wildcats when our pregame show continues in just a moment.
Start the day off right with your favorite drinks from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to the Brickhouse Deli. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from: hot drinks, blend drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the Valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, the Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at Talisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial. For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Mickey Dale along with George Grijalva as the Tigers and the Wildcats at Warren Field in Brawley tonight. The Wildcats opened the season with a pair of losses against some formidable foes. They opened the season on the short end of a 53-21 score against Division III's top team, Mater Dei Catholic. You know, that's the most points that Mater Dei's given up this season, the 21 points that Brawley got.
Oh.
And it's the smallest margin of victory against Brawley than any team they played this year. Yeah.
Oh.
So it was impressive for Brawley, even though they lost by 32 points. It's less than any team that's lost to Mater Dei Christian or Catholic school this year. That's the most points, smallest margin, and so it was impressive. Even though they lost the game, it was impressive they stayed as close as they did. The following week, Brawley lost a narrow 17-6 game at Division II Valley Center. The Wildcats' win streak began at Indio with a 48-13 blasting of the Rajas. It was followed by a 49-8 drubbing of Cibola, a 49-13 win over Gila Ridge, and then a narrow 20-14 win in overtime against Fallbrook. Had the Southwest win in the IVL opener last week, and it's 5 straight victories that put the Cats at 5-2 entering tonight. Junior quarterback Ethan Gutierrez will once again engineer John Sell's Wildcat offense. He's been there now for 3 years, as he started as a freshman 2 years ago. He scored a trio of touchdowns last week. That gives him 8 on the season, or 9 on the season, and had a trio of touchdown passes that puts him at 9 for 2021. Their leading scorer, senior Isaiah Young, has 10 touchdowns this season, but he's missed playing time. He's had a high ankle sprain. We've watched him out there running. As you said, he's getting through the line quick, but we haven't seen him cut at all. And that high ankle sprain, as you know, once it you get hit with that, it's hard to come back from it. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles that. So his status right now is a question mark. Junior Tanner Carranza, though, has stepped in quite impressively. He's averaged nearly 10 yards a carry in their multiple option attack. Sophomore Robert Platt and junior Gilbert Corrales lead the the Cats swarming defense. You'll hear their names mentioned a lot tonight. And we always talk about Roy Platt listening from Odessa, Texas.
His cousin Billy just told me that he'd be listening in. He's already called it.
Well, Roy was telling me that he's related to Robert Platt that's on here. His dad is Jay Platt, and I remember announcing IVC football games and Brawley games years ago, and Jay was playing at that time. So Roy says he's a little bit split, but I said you still bleed Tiger Red, so I think you'll be all right. So we want to give a shout-out to Roy.
Yes,
and the IHS class of 87. He said make sure to mention that, too. So there you go, Roy. Give your shout-out. And a relative on their team, and he's a very good ball player, Robert Platt. You'll hear him on both offense and defense tonight. We'll be back with a quick look at the other games tonight and the kickoff in just a moment.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at the Broken Yolk Café. Once again, voted best breakfast in Imperial Valley by you, our customer. Thank you. Now remember, Broken Yolk strives every day to bring you great service and great food, still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yolk Café and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yolk Café.
Okay, so we've had a breaker go out, and we're trying to get that fixed up, and then we'll continue with our pregame show. We've got all the power in the press box go out all of a sudden, so we're going to try to figure out what that is. It's the Tigers and Wildcats in Brawley tonight in IBF play. The other league game will be in Centro tonight as the 2-4 Southwest Eagles play host to the 3-3 Calexico Bulldogs. An intriguing game tonight will also be in Centro as the 2-4 Central Spartans play host to Del Valle High School. It's a rematch of the two schools from 2019 in El Paso, Texas, a game in which Central won 34-21. The Conquistadors are 5-1 of the season, and for the first time this year, not only will be playing out of state, but out of city. Their entire 10-game regular season consists of games within the city limits of El Centro, plus the one in El Centro. So it's either El Paso for 9 of them or in El Centro with 1 of them. The game started an hour ago. The score is 7-0 early in the first quarter, with Del Valle leading that ball game at Cal Jones Field. And what a great experience for both schools to see how football is played in two different states. The Tigers will visit Central next Friday night. In the Desert League, a battle of preseason favorites clashed last night in Hawaii. The 4-2 Palo Verde Yellowjackets hosted the 5-1 Holville Vikings and came away with an impressive 40-8 win over Holville. It should say they have big repercussions on the league title. The other favorite, Vincent Memorial, edged Mountain Empire 16-14 last week, and they're 4-2 on the year. The Scots host Calipatria tomorrow night at Southwest High in the other Desert League contest this week. That game is set to kick off at 6:30 in El Centro tomorrow. The 2-4 Hornets were sadly beaten by Palo Verde last week, 42-6. And we're getting an updated score on the Central game. Get our phone working right. It's now Central 17, Del Valle 14. That game is now in the second quarter, so the Spartans leading the Conquistadors by a field goal, 17-14 in the second quarter. The captains are out on the field now. And the flip of the coin, we'll see who will be getting the football first. Tigers are going to be defending the eastern goal here at Warren Field as the field goes east and west. And Brawley will defer. And the Tigers will be getting the football first. They'll be defending the east goal, the left to right on their computer dial. To start this ball game off, the Tigers are in their all-white visiting uniforms with the red trim, the interlocking white IT inside of the red helmets. And the Wildcats will be in all-blue uniforms with the gold trim and yellow helmets and getting ready to get our national anthem as the Brawley Wildcat marching band out on the field. I remember announcing for Brawley football several years back. I remember asking the band director at that time after listening to their fight song, and I said, well, whose fight song is that? And he tried, he said, well, it's ours. I said, I know that, but what college fight song? He said, oh, it's Kansas State. And my son living back in Kansas, outside of the city of Meade, Kansas, and they are the Buffaloes. However, their uniform colors are exactly the same as the Kansas State Wildcats, purple and gray. So, heard that Wildcat national anthem many, many times over the years. Man in the background, you can probably hear. You probably have, we have it on. I undid this. Okay. We're on now. Okay. We had some technical difficulties. We had the power all go off in the press box here on the visitor side. So we're trying to figure out what it is that knocked the power out. And the Tigers filming crew will be up above us, and so they're also scrambling around to make sure they can get some power up to where they're at. So we're going to hope that what we have here will last throughout the evening. As the Wildcat marching band out on the field now, the Tigers looking to the west of the American flag as we'll get ready for the national anthem. To get ready for tonight's game. It's the first IVL game for the Tigers this year. They come in 0-0, and Wildcats 1-0 after a victory last week over the Southwest Eagles. And now with the marching band in place, our national anthem. And the national anthem from the Valle marching band as the two teams get to square off here at Warren Field in Brown. Tigers and the Wildcats. And it's the Tigers open the game in IVL. It's the second one for the Wildcats. And we got our power back on, so hopefully we'll not have those issues again. Not sure exactly what it was that happened, but we've got our power back on here on the visitor side. And we'll be back with that opening kickoff in just a moment.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice that you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Ayton Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's the place for all your snacks, cold drinks and ice cold beer. And if you're throwing a party, kegs, wine, and champagne. Everything you need at one convenient location. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save $1 with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, 8 Express is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Highway 86 and 8 Road in Imperial.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Tigers getting ready to defend the eastern goal and go left or right on your computer dial or your television screen, if you can put it on there to listen to. Or on your smartphones, you can listen to us on that way. We've got people all over the country that listen to us. And as we mentioned, Roy Platt in Melissa, Texas, sitting at home and propping himself up and listening to the ball game.
Mike and Kim and Ty listening from Conover, Wisconsin also.
There we go. So from Wisconsin.
All the way from Wisconsin.
We're a little cool tonight. We don't have our jackets, but I'll bet it's really cold back there right now in Wisconsin. T3C for the Tigers on the near side. We Dominic Suarez on the far side, Alejandro Perez, and kicking off for the Wildcats, expected to be George Haro, who also does their place kicking duties as well. And Haro is bringing the ball out now. He'll have the benefit of some wind as there's a stiff breeze coming out of the west. So the Tigers will begin this game going against the west and going against that breeze.
They were supposed to get up to 30 miles an hour.
Yep.
And about 60 degrees middle of the night.
And like I said, we didn't bring jackets, so we're glad we're inside of a booth that's going to keep some of it, keep some of the air out of it.
I'm riding right now. We're riding up and down those stairs, trying to get that power set reset.
So Haro kicking off for the Wildcats. Again, D2C, Suarez on one side and Perez on the other. Haro's been kicking it through the end zone more and more times. And he sets up, and it's a high kick. Suarez is going to get it at the 9-yard line. Straight up the field out to the 20-yard line, breaks to the far side of the 25, breaks the tackle at the 30, gets out to the 35, to the 40, or just about to the 40-yard line before he ran out of bounds. And the Tigers have really good field position at the 39-yard line to open up this ball game.
Oh, what a start by Dominic. Took it right to the left side of the field and got around the corner. Noah Gonzalez finally pushed him out of bounds.
The Tigers again will be going against the stiff breeze coming out of the west, but set up with great field position at their own 39-yard line. And Reese Vendiola, the freshman quarterback, will get the call at that position. He'll send out Suarez deep to the left side. Perez will also go to the left side. Jesse Nichols to the near side, along with Francisco Lopez, the two wideouts on each side of the field. And C.J. Chernin will be in the backfield next to Vendiola. He'll get the call. Makes a couple of cuts at the line of scrimmage, will dive forward to about the 44-yard line. A gain of 5 and a 2nd and 5.
That's what we were missing last week. We couldn't get that cut back to the right side. Just wasn't there. It's a good start for the Tigers.
So 2nd and 5 from the 44. Along the front line for the Tigers, Diego Valencia, Wolfgang Horner, Andres Castellum at the center position, Ethan Reeves on the right side along with Jose Apodaca. 2nd down and 5, Tigers football at their own 44-yard line. And the shotgun, Vendiola. Going to hand it off to Tiernan again up the middle. He's going to get nowhere this time. Line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's a no gain on the play, so 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers coming up at the 44-yard line.
Christopher Camille with the tackle for the Wildcats. Stood him straight up, waited for his help. See how little shuffle, there's nothing there. No push by the offensive line right now.
Naylor comes into the ball game for the Tigers, replacing Tiernan in the backfield. Naylor's first year as a running back and has had some really good runs this year. He's getting more and more comfortable in the position. Vendiola back to pass. Looks out to the flat, has a receiver. Perez is going to catch it at the 45. Will get spin and make his way out to near the 50-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Tigers. Right at the 50-yard line, a 6-yard gain.
Good spin. Good spin by Ollie. Little shoot to the left and spun it around, 360. for the first down.
It's his 17th catch of the year, and first and 9, good for 6 yards on a first down right at the 50-yard line. Mendiola comes to the sideline now, so Tiernan will stay in the lineup at quarterback. He'll have Naylor to his left side, 3 wide receivers to the right side of the field, the far side from where we're sitting on the visitors. Tiernan's going to carry it himself up the middle, bounces out to the outside of the Wildcat 45-yard line, spins around to the 47, makes it to the 42, and that'll be a gain of 8 yards and a second down and 2 coming up.
Good blocking right there by the left side of the Tiger offense.
Tiernan already 3 carries in the game, 13 yards, has 3 100-yard games this year, including last week, where he had 132 on 25 carries. That's the most he's carried and the most yards he's had this season.
He had a good game. He just followed his blockers, broke it to the left side, out to the flat.
Naylor will break off into the slot on the left side now, empty backfield. Tiernan to get quarterback. Gets the snap, going to run it up the middle. Bypasses a few, gets some running room to the 35, breaks open at the 32-yard line, down the near sideline to the 25-20. It'll be ran out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. The Tigers are going to have a first down and goal inside the 10.
I think that might work. He bounced it to the outside and he outran everybody.
They're going to say he went out of bounds at the 11-yard line. So it's going to be a gain of 31 yards on the play of first and 10 Tigers from the 11.
Good push. Yeah, he tripped right here about the 40-yard line on his own. Oh, no. So he still outran him.
Tato will come back into the backfield now. And Vindiola will come into the ballgame as Tiernan goes to the sideline. So Vindiola in the shotgun will have Naylor to his right side. Freshman quarterback. And it off to Naylor up the middle. Naylor's going to get hit hard at the line of scrimmage. He's going to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Like he's not going to gain it all. It'll be a second down and 10 from the 11.
Good hit by Ellen Cruz. Carrillo for the Wildcats. Stood him right up. Did he make it? Yeah, he made it back to the line of scrimmage.
So Tiernan will come back into the lineup on this play, getting the call from the sideline of Indiola. Will go to the coaching staff. Tiernan calls out the signal to Naylor, who goes into the backfield. He'll go to the right side of Tiernan now. And double tight ends for the Tigers. Tigers are set. Second and 10 from the Brawley 11. And up again to Naylor. Naylor bounces the outside of the 5-yard line. Touchdown Tigers. As Naylor will go in from the 11-yard line, and the Tigers are up 6-0.
Yeah, that safety had no chance of bringing him down. He had his mind set up that he was going to score.
Good, strong run by Jeremiah Naylor. The Tigers are up 6-0, with Ethan Gonzalez-Lopez coming in to attempt the extra point.
Right up the middle.
And bounced the outside on that. I like the way he had the vision to see something to the outside. Ball was down. Kick is up. It's a low one, and it will be no good. That's his first miss of the year. It was 7:55 to go in the first quarter play. It's the Tigers 6 and the Wildcats 0.
When it comes to great Mexican food, El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial should be number one because they do it right. From special quesadillas to 17 different burritos, not including 8 different breakfast burritos. Yeah, they have one you will love. The food is great, the service even better. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner at El Zarape, still offering curbside service. Call 760-355-4435. El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial.
Start the day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to the Brickhouse Deli. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from, hot drinks, blend drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the Valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, the Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
Scoring drive for the Tigers, 7 plays, 61 yards, using 4 minutes and 5 seconds off the clock. And capped by the 11-yard touchdown run by Jeremiah Naylor, his 3rd touchdown of the year. The extra point was missed, and the wind may have caused some problems on that, George. A little pooch kick that's going to go bounce at the 25-yard line. Fumble! Tigers scramble for it, and the Tigers may have it. The Tigers do come up with the fumbled ball. It may have been Joel Villacampos.
Anthony Monzon.
Okay.
Anthony Monzon, 31.
So Anthony Monzon comes up with the fumble, and the Tigers have the ball at the Wildcat 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
Right at the 25. Yeah, they both watched it bounce. Hit right between the two receivers, and they looked at each other, and then it bounced back towards the Tigers.
Toward the Tigers, exactly. So Monzon quick on the ball, his first fumble recovery of the year, and the Tigers have the ball 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 20-yard line, like the 25-yard line. Vindiola in at quarterback. Tiernan will be the running back. It'll be on the right side of him from the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the left side of the field, 1 to the right. Wildcats defense adjusts.
Watch this
one-on-one. In fact, the pass to Vindiola.
Watch this
Sets
one-on-one.
up. Going to look deep to the near side. Yeah, that's going to be a bad one. Going to be way short of Jesse Nichols, intercepted in the end zone. Coming up with the interception will be Daniel Camillo, and the Tigers squander a great opportunity, and the ball will be brought out to the 20-yard line.
And I just pointed it out to you. I don't know if you know that they watched this one-on-one with Jesse Nichols out here, but that went stop that ball.
And yeah, exactly. You're throwing into the wind, and that's a long way to throw into the wind like that.
Yeah, and they were warming up on this side, always throwing with
with the wind, exactly. So the Wildcats come out, their first possession of the ball game. They have the ball 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line. And goes in motion and hand it up the middle to Young, and Young is going to get hit just outside the line of scrimmage at about the 4. He'll dive forward to the 4-yard line. But, he really stutter-stepped when he got into traffic right there. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out as the night goes on. It'll be a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6 from the 24.
Yeah, no, I missed that. I did not pick him up. But Devin Mesa stopped him, so that's a good thing. That's about a half a foot of height difference there.
Ethan Gutierrez is the quarterback for the Wildcats. And he has Young as one of his running backs. They will switch people around in a lot of motion. Man of motion to the near side. Going to hand it off over the left side, and diving forward is Young across the 25-yard line to the 27, a gain of 3. But a 3rd down and about a long 2 to go for the 1st down.
Beautiful hit by Naylor. Took his legs out from under him.
In the backfield, Gilberto Corrales is one of the running backs that will go in and out of the lineup and in and out of the line for that matter. Camillo had the interception moments ago. He'll go slot to the right.
It sure is different to see somebody under center. You don't see this anymore.
Tanner Carranza now in as the lone running back. He gets the ball to the right tackle. He'll get near the 1st down. And that is check on this. It's going to be right at the 30-yard line.
Very close.
Is where he goes down. So they're going to stop the clock for a second to move the chains. It will be a good for a 1st down, a gain of 2, and a 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the 30-yard line. Alonzo with 1 touchdown this year, over 9 yards a carry coming into the game.
3 wide to the left.
Gets the call, fakes the call this time, but Gutierrez is going to keep it this time around the left side. Gutierrez will be brought down at the 35-yard line. Looked for a moment like he had some room to run, but he got just the 5 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 5.
Yeah, he faked it to Carranza off the left tackle, and he kept it. But Victor Valenzuela made a heck of a tackle that he went between 2 blockers that were out ahead of him. He's so skinny that he got between the 2 blockers.
Young comes back into the lineup. Carranza goes to the sideline, so Young will be the one running back in the backfield. Coming out wide to the left will be Makai Washington. And split out to the right will be Camillo along with Robert Platt to the right side. Young, the lone running back behind Gutierrez, who's in the pistol. Gutierrez looks at the defense. Veteran quarterback. Hand it off to Young. Actually going to keep it after faking it to Young. He's going to go away from one Tiger, dives forward, gets a little bit of yardage on the dive, but good job of pursuit by the Tigers. He'll get out to the 37-yard line and a gain of a couple.
Yeah, 2 good things on that play. Kai read that, had the running back tied up, and he even grabbed the quarterback for a little bit. But smart play by Ethan to keep that ball and take it around the left side.
The option that Brawley's been so good at is putting the ball into the stomach of a running back and then carry it along with him and either keep it for the quarterback or give it to the running back. He's going to go to the right side this time. The young will fake it, and Gutierrez is going to keep it running around the right side. And Gutierrez is going to turn the corner, and he's gone.
We got a hold.
On the far sideline, there's a penalty flag at the 50, but Gutierrez will go into the end zone. But let's watch for the flag. It may be a block on the back, perhaps, but the flag is right at the 50-yard line. So we'll see what the referees call on this one.
Yeah, there was a hole on the right end here.
Okay,
he knew it. He knew it. But I don't know why the line judge didn't call that. It came all the way from the back judge.
The referee's converging in the middle of the field. The flag right at the 50-yard line. And it's going to be a hold against Brawley. So hold against Brawley. They'll mark it from the point of the infraction. So we'll see where that's going to be, and that's going to be from the 50-yard line, so they'll bring the ball back to the 40, which will make it close to a first down for the Wildcats.
Just short, it looks like. Oh, no, they gave
it. So be a 3-yard gain on that and a penalty.
And we stopped the running back if he had handed it off. And Ethan kept it, went right around the right side. No problem.
So first and 10 of the 40-yard line for the Wildcats. Tigers leading at 6-0. And timeout called by the referees. I'm not sure whether the clock had been running or not, but they were motioning for the clock to run, and it is now. So first and 10 Wildcats from their own 40-yard line, trailing the Tigers 6-0 early in this game at Warren Field in Brawley.
We got a timeout.
And now a timeout on the field with 4:11 remaining in the first quarter. And I think they may be moving the clock around, which they keep the official time on the field. And they're looking up toward the press box.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
And they may be moving the clock to get a different time. They've got 4:11 on there right now, but they may be adding some to it. And now, I guess they're still waiting.
Yeah,
still waiting. He's pointing at the scoreboard. So
yeah, JJ
right.
Just called it 4:20.
Okay, so they've got it now right at 4:20.
Here we go.
To go in this first quarter. Wildcats first and 10 on their own 40-yard line. Gutierrez, the quarterback, under center. Hands it off to Young over the left side. He's going to get nowhere. To the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Tigers all over him. It'll be no gain. Second down and 10.
Somebody read that. Somebody stayed home. Trying to get you a number. I don't even have him on the roster. 88.
Maybe brought somebody up off the...
Oh, that's Shields.
Okay, so he's changed numbers for the game.
Changed numbers on him.
Okay, so Aiden's changed numbers to 88 tonight. So second down and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 40. Young stays into the lineup. Man in motion, gets the call around the left side. Picks up a block, and then breaks the tackle at the 41-yard line. Will dive forward is Camillo, and he'll get out to the 43, and it will be a third down and 7 from the 43.
Victor Bonsuela with the second tackle of the night. I'm going to ask David here if he knows it. That's Ethan.
It's Camillo's first carry of the night, good for 3 yards. Third down and 7 Wildcats from their own 43-yard line. Trending the Tigers 6-0. Gutierrez under center once again, and he'll have Isaiah Young in the backfield with him, directly behind him, as Gutierrez under center.
Good time to make a stop right now. Keeper. He kept
it's a quarterback keeper. He's going to get across the 45-yard line, but he will be short of the first down to the 47. So fourth down coming up after the 4-yard gain by Gutierrez.
Jeremiah Naylor and Zach Ray stopped him short.
Fourth down and 3. And the punt team will come out for the Wildcats. Carranza will go back into punting position. Seth Shaw will go back deep to receive for the Tigers. And with the benefit of a big win behind him, this could be a big punt coming up for Carranza.
I think that might be a little short to where he's at. Yeah, they're putting it back now.
Carranza averaging almost 39 yards a punt. Good step back. He's going to get the punt off, but a lot of pressure. Actually, no, they're going to. I don't think he was touched. but they're going to call the penalty against the Tigers. It's going to give the football back to the Wildcats. I'm not so sure on that one.
No, but he called it. JJ called it already. He can't change his mind on that.
No.
Kai's arguing the point, though.
So they're going to be a roughing the penalty call. There wasn't much more than just a graze. Because he didn't see Carranza move, motion in any way after the punt. But it's going to go against the Tigers. It's going to give the Wildcats a new set of downs.
Oh, Shaw's arguing at that point. That was a bad call.
Yeah, five-yard penalty is going to bring the ball across the 50-yard line to the Tiger 48, and a 1st and 10. Brawley at the Imperial 48-yard line.
He sure got close to blocking that, though.
Yeah, he did.
He got very close to it.
So the Wildcats to the Imperial 48. Going back in the shotgun now is Gutierrez. He has Young to the right side of him. And now Young moves directly behind. They'll go into pistol formation. Snap back. Hand it out to Young over the left side. Young gets hit at the line of scrimmage. His forward momentum, however, will get him down to the Tiger 45 and a gain of 3. Be a 2nd down and 7.
Yeah. Aiden Shields with the second tackle. 88.
2nd down and 7 at the Tiger 45.
Same thing.
Young stays in the lineup, in the pistol formation. Gutierrez takes the handoff, going to keep it himself around the left side, gets strung out along the sideline, and will get ran out of bounds, but he will get the 1st down to the Tiger 37-yard line, a gain of 8 and a 1st down.
We're doing a good job reading that. It's just he's so quick. He can bounce it outside.
He does a good job of running the option, looking at the defense, and taking what's given to him.
Yeah, and they're ends. Good blocking by the ends, too. So we just need to stop him. We can flex a little bit and then stop him, like we did last week.
1:34 to go in the first quarter. Tigers leading at 6-0, but the Wildcats on the move with a 1st and 10 at the Tiger 37. Young stays in the lineup to the right side now, Gutierrez. Low snap, and up Gutierrez up the middle. To Young up the middle, and Young will get out to around the 35-yard line at a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8.
Good read by Pablo Moreno. Stay home right there. Took his legs out from under him.
So 12 yards on 5 carries for Young in the game. He stays in the lineup. Gutierrez looks over the defense, takes his time from the shotgun, goes back to pass. Sets up, looks over the middle, has a receiver open, and Robert Platt, he'll catch the ball and will be close to the 1st down inside the 20, or inside the 30-yard line to about the 30 to the 26-yard line. That will be good enough for the 1st down.
Right at the 26. You can see that one coming, too. Because another pass.
But Gutierrez has Young now to the left side of him in the backfield. On the right hash mark, goes back to pass. Sets up over the middle again to Platt. I think that one might have bounced off the ground. Not sure.
Oh, Sean
Nothing to say he caught it. They're going to say he caught it at the 19-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3 coming up.
Wind's kicking up.
Wind is kicking up, that's for sure.
25 seconds. We may not get another play out.
May not be able to. No. Clock continues to roll. Tigers holding on to a slim 6-point lead, and the Wildcats with a 2nd down and 3 from the 19. Young stays in the lineup, gets the call over the right side. Young breaks the Tigers line of scrimmage and breaks open a little bit. Will get inside the 10-yard line before being brought down at the 9, and the Wildcats will have a 1st and goal from the Tiger 9.
That should take us to the quarter, right? Yeah, we're done.
10-yard gain on that one, longest one of the night for Young, and that'll be in of the first quarter play with a score. The Imperial Tigers 6 and the Brawley Wildcats 0.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Start the day off right by having breakfast at the Broken Yolk Café. Once again, voted best breakfast in Imperial Valley by you, our customer. Thank you. Now remember, Broken Yolk strives every day to bring you great service and great food, still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yolk Café and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yolk Café on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Starting out the second quarter of action, the Tigers leading at 6-0, but the Wildcats with a first and goal from the 9-yard line. And Kyla's tuned in. My sister Kyla's tuned in. But this time, George, she's from Imperial.
What?
Yep, Kyla came into town this week, so she'll be tuning in with. She might have brought some of this cooler weather. I don't know. From Twin Falls, Idaho. She may have brought some of this stuff.
You made me bring the bag down from the closet.
Glad to have you with us, guys, listening to us.
Glad you're here. Welcome home.
Welcome home. Cheerleader from the past at Imperial High School.
The Tigers. She was the mascot. I remember that.
Yeah, mascot also. So Gutierrez will go under center this time for the Wildcats. Young will be behind him in the backfield. Lone running back. Man in motion to the near side is going to get the call. Turn the corner, have some little bit of room, and then it gets stopped up at the 5-yard line and diving forward to the 3 is the volleyball carrier, Gilbert Corrales.
Evan Mesa brought him down to stop the touchdown.
Second and goal. He said his forward momentum got him down to the 2-yard line, so 7-yard gain for Corrales. Second down and goal from the 2. Young stays in the backfield. And also back there now with him is Chris Camillo. And hand out to Young over the right side. Touchdown. He just blasts in. Hardly gets touched. And the Wildcats have tied the score up at 6-6.
Woo! That call came back to hurt.
Yep.
Came back to hurt us. Can't agree with that call.
Like I said, if there was any touch, it was just a graze because it didn't move the punter around in any way. So the 2-yard blast by Young is his 11th of the year. Haro will come in for the extra point. The ball is down. The kick is up, and it is good. With 11:11 to go in the first half of play, it's now the Wildcats 7, the Tigers 6.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice that you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
17 plays on that drive, George. Woo! 17 plays on 80 yards. Got by the 2-yard run by Isaiah Young and the extra point by George Haro. Wildcats lead the Tigers 7-6 with 11:11 to go in the first half of play.
Because they're lined up right here, 4-3, expecting a little squib kick.
Haro is going to kick a pooch kick, and the Tigers will go over and catch and go out of bounds at about the 30, or make that the 27-yard line. And coming up with it is Devin Meza. And so the Tigers now with the benefit of the wind to their back will set their sails at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10.
So if that goes out of bounds, they get it at the 35, no?
Yes.
Yeah, he should have just let it bounce down. He caught it and carried it, the momentum carried him right out. Okay, we need to answer this.
Yes.
Answer this score right now. So we got CJ back here, Dominic, Ollie, Jesse Nichols.
Tiernan at quarterback. He'll have Nato to the right side of him, going in the shotgun formation. This kick snap, fakes the handoff, going to go on the right side, get hit at the line of scrimmage, and we'll get nothing out of it. Maybe a gain of a yard. I don't think he'll get a yard out of it. No gain. It'll be a second down and 10.
They gave him one.
Did they get a yard?
Yeah, he
we'll
gave
get a yard. All right, they were beneficial on that.
Well, I thought Naylor had the ball. He was up for about 10-yard gain already, and CJ kept it.
So 2nd and 9 from the 28 for the Tigers. And now Vindiola will come into the lineup. We'll have Tiernan in the backfield with him. And also Zach Ray comes into the lineup for the Tigers in a blocking back position. And it off up the middle to Tiernan. Tiernan's just, there's nothing there, and he gets stopped up after a gain of maybe a yard at the 29. It'll be a 3rd down now and 8 from the 29.
Bernie Bustamante put a hit on him.
.46 yards on 6 carries for Tiernan in the game. Okay. But the Tigers facing a big 2nd down. Make a 3rd down and 8 from their own 29. Vindiola will stay in the lineup. He'll have Tiernan to his right side. And back to pass. Sets up. Going to look out to the near side. Going to find a receiver. Going to catch the ball. But I don't know whether he's going to make it. I think he's going to be a yard short.
Short.
As Suarez comes up with the catch. But he will be a yard short at the 36. And the Tigers look to be they're going to get ready to possibly go for it.
Go outside. Hard count. There we go.
Hard count. By the Wildcats jump. The Tigers are going to get the 1st down on that. Good job and a good call on that.
Thank you. The whole front line jump for the Wildcats. Hard count. I guess we expected, huh?
Yeah.
But I'll leave that one alone. Good call. Good call by the Tigers coaches.
So the ball will be brought out to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 41. Vindiola handed out to Tiernan up the middle. Tiernan gets a little bit of running room because he's going to cross the 50-yard line. Close to a 1st down, but I think he's going to be just a yard short. But a 2nd and 1 coming up for Imperial at the midfield stripe.
I like that. The safety has to make the tackle on that. Matthew Moreno. And he's shuffling. All he's doing is shuffling. Doesn't even look like he's running full speed.
Nader back into the lineup as Tiernan comes to the sideline. Zach Ray stays in the backfield for the Tigers. Hand it out to Nader. Nader will get the 1st down and then some. Powers his way to the 46-yard line of the Wildcats and a 1st and 10 for Imperial.
Took his time. Waited for the line to set up the blocking. Followed corner. And number 78, Diego Valencia. They pushed it forward for the 1st down. Good job by the Tiger offense.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers now at the Wildcat 46-yard line.
Oh, good read by Brawley.
Yep, exactly. Brawley's got to stuff the quarterback back there, or actually stuff Nader back there. They were kind of keying on that one. It'll be back at the 49. A loss of 3. 2nd down and 13 coming up.
Bernie Bustamante again. Like nobody blocked him. He got right through that line. Met him in the backfield here. 2nd and 13, 14? 13,
yep. 2nd and 13. Nader stays in the lineup to the right side of Indiola's in the shotgun. Snap back, sets up. Has to roll out to his left side. Going to go ahead and keep it. It's knocked out of bounds after a couple of yard gain to about the 46. So give him a gain of 3 on that. But the Tigers now with a 3rd down at 10 from the 46 of the Wildcats.
Because his wide receiver was being held right here. And he's trying to break back. They had his jersey. Ref didn't see that. Good job by Rizzo tucking that in and recognizing that nobody was open. Moving forward with that.
It's just the 5th carry that he's had on the year. And with that 3 yards now, 5th carry and 21 yards on it.
I like Nichols by himself, one-on-one.
Man in motion, Tiernan fake it. Going to throw a screen pass. Going to catch it on the near side and brought down immediately on. Not sure whether he got a face mask or around the neck, but it went to Zach Ray for no gain, and the Tigers are going to have to punt.
Well, coaching staff's upset about something. I think he was supposed to go further out.
So Zach gets the catch, but it'll be for no yardage and a fourth down, and actually could be a loss of a couple on it, actually.
It almost looked like a face mask the way he...
It did, but I think he got more around his neck. So
okay.
I think he got more of that to bring it down.
Yeah, it was a little bit low, so his momentum brought him back, and he couldn't turn it to the outside.
It's a Gonzalez-Lopez with the punt. They're going to edge it out of bounds, and it will roll out right near the 11-yard line. We'll see where they mark it at the 11. So a good punt at the 11-yard line. That's
got a flag right here. Ty Bishop.
So instead of getting them back at the 11, we believe there's going to be a personal foul against the Tigers. And it'll give the Wildcats a lot more breathing room.
They're telling them that's one.
Yep. And it was Kai that was called for the roughing the kicker earlier. And now with this one, it's two big plays. And Kai plays with a lot of intensity, but you got to withhold that intensity. You got to keep it under control.
Yeah. Seth Shaw has the same problem. And I keep talking to him about it. Got to control that emotion.
So head coach David Shaw talking to the referee. Nothing has been...
Yeah, it's just talking. It's just jawing at each other. But 17, Platt did that earlier towards the sideline. And now they retaliate.
Personal foul is going to go against the Tigers after the play. So from the 11-yard line, that's going to put them out to the 26. First and 10. With 6:09 to go in this first half, Wildcats leading it by a score of 7-6.
Shaw's talking to Castro, the referee. He was already on the sideline. Kai was already on the sideline with his helmet on.
So 15-yarder will bring it out to the 26. First and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 26-yard line. Gutierrez is at quarterback as he stays up under center. Young, who scored the touchdown for the Wildcats tonight, is directly behind him. Hand off, or fake the handoff, and it's going to be a throw out to the left side. Catching it was Camilo. He gets sacked up by the Tigers, though. I'm not sure he got much of any yardage on that at all. Kind of a backwards pass. Don't see that very often.
Yeah, and the Tigers had it stopped. He did a good job to get the yardage that he did get. I know Shaw had him, Seth had him in the backfield. I couldn't get you a number of who brought him down, but I think it was Victor Valenzuela.
Be a 3-yard gain on it. Second down and 7 coming up from the 29.
It's like a triple option there. Took a long time to develop.
Yeah, it sure did. Gutierrez stays under center and in motion to the near side. Gets the handoff going around the right side. There's no Tigers out there, and he's down off to the races. It's going to be a foot race to the end zone, and it's going to be won by the Wildcats running back Gilbert Corrales, and the Wildcats are up 13-6. He didn't get touched.
Beautiful call, though. The throw had both their linebackers blitzing, and they took it right off the right tackle, untouched. But he had block in front. I knew there was trouble. You could see that coming.
So 2 plays on the drive that wound up going.
And who was the running back?
That's Corrales.
Oh, not Carranza?
No.
Okay.
Gilbert Corrales.
Because he pulled away from the defenders. I said that couldn't have been Tanner.
So Harrow in for the extra point. Ball is down, kick is up, and it is good. With 5:11 to go in the first half of play, it's now the Wildcats 14, the Tigers 6.
Ayton Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's the place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. And if you're throwing a party, kegs, wine, and champagne. Everything you need at one convenient location. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save $1 with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Ayton Express is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Highway 86 and Ayton Road in Imperial.
2 plays. After a 15-yard unsportsmanlike call against the Tigers, it started at the 26-yard line. The second of the plays going 71 yards for the touchdown by Gilbert Corrales. And with Harlow's extra point, 2-play drive, 74 yards, using up 58 seconds. And the Wildcats are now up 14-6 over Imperial. Tigers got to respond after this. They can't get their heads down. They got to lift them up.
We are so deep. That ball's not going anywhere.
Harlow, another pooch kick, is going to be caught at the 30-yard line. A fair catch at the 32 by Devin Meza. And the Tigers will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
They're sitting back at the 10-yard line. There's no way you can
got to get the win, and no, they're not going to even try that. I don't think.
That's a stiff wind coming out of the northwest. Oh, Pride of Imperial showed up.
So 1st and 10 Tigers, trailing by 8 at their own 32-yard line. They're going to put that at the 31, so a bit closer to the 31-yard line. India will be a quarterback. He'll have Tiernan to the right side of him. Stay in the shotgun. The Tigers stay in about 95 or more % of the time. Hand out to Tiernan. Tiernan will kind of bounce it to the outside of the right side. We'll get out to the 35-yard line, get ran out of bounds around that point on the Brawley side. See the forward progress they will put in that. They're going to put him like around the 37, so gain is 6, 2nd and 4 coming up.
Or just under 5 minutes. You stop the clock and take it all the way down the field and score. That's what we need to do.
2nd and 4 for the Tigers from their own 37-yard line. Indiola gets the call from the sidelines, goes out and tells Tiernan what they're going to do. We'll set up in the shotgun. Tiernan will be to his left side this time. That's the right side of the field. Tigers going right to left toward the east of one field. Hand off up the middle to Tiernan. He'll again bounce it out to the right side. Will get tripped up and knocked out of bounds at about
39?
The 38 looks like. Let's see where their forward progress they're going to put him at. Looks like the 38.
Yeah.
So gain of just a yard. 3rd down and 3 coming up for Imperial.
That's a good job by their defensive end for the Wildcats to stay home and read that.
Sometimes difficult running that short side of the field like that.
Yeah.
Just you run out of sight, for the sideline. So Tigers now with the 3rd down and 3 from their own 38-yard line. Indiola remains a quarterback, Tiernan in the backfield.
There we go.
And the Wildcats have jumped off sides again. That'll give the Tigers a 1st down. Good hard count. The Tigers stay put. So 1st and 10 Tigers now from the 43-yard line. After they march the 5-yard penalty.
It took the rest a while to move that. I didn't know what was going on.
Tiernan will come to the sideline now as Nader will take his place. Nader with an 11-yard run in the first quarter gave the Tigers an early 6-0 lead. He's in the backfield to the left side of Indiola. Zach Brady in his blocking back. And about to Nader up the middle. Nader puts his shoulder down, but nothing there.
Still going? Oh,
when did they blow it down? I think they blew it dead before he got the extra couple of yards, so no gain of the play. 2nd down and 10 from the 43.
Bernie Bustamante again for the Wildcats. Big boy. They don't give us any sizes, so. Senior nose guard defensive tackle.
Strategic.
Yeah. He's a big boy.
Yeah, he's big. And the timeout on the field. 3:04 to go in the first half of play. It's the Wildcats 14 and the Tigers 6.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
When it comes to great Mexican food, El Zarape restaurant in Imperial should be number 1 because they do it right. From special quesadillas to 17 different burritos, not including 8 different breakfast burritos. Yeah, they have one you will love. The food is great, the service even better. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner at El Zarape. still offering curbside service. Call 760-355-4435. El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial.
Southwestern and Calexico tied up at 7 in the second quarter. We'll keep you abreast of the games that are going on tonight around the Imperial Valley. The Tigers are the second down and 10 from their own 43. Vendiola goes back to pass. Sets up. Pump fakes one way. Now runs out to his right. He's going to keep the ball and run, and he gets out near. Well, that looks like a face mask there for sure. At about the 48-yard line, but I don't see a flag. There it is. Okay. A late flag, but a pretty obvious face mask. It didn't hurt Vendiola, and he got up.
Wow. Why, I don't understand why that ref right in front of the refs right there.
Right.
It came all the way from Jackson, from 20 yards away, he called it.
So, and it did turn him all the way around.
Yes, it did. That should be a major there.
So the run will get him out to the 48-yard line. It'd be a gain of 5 and then the penalty.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, he's all right. He got right up and...
Yeah, Ty, he's okay.
It's going to be a 15-yard penalty against Brawley. And then we'll put the ball into Brawley territory down at the 37-yard line. First and 10 for the Tigers. Nice run by Vendiola, though.
It was.
Touched the ball.
He had so much time to sit back in the pocket.
Right.
Nothing came open. He bounced it out to the right side.
Tiernan replaces Naylor in the backfield and gets the handoff, bounces out to the left side, gets across the 45-yard or the 35-yard line to about the 34. It'll be a gain of 3. A second down and 7 coming up.
Let me get to a name there. Anthony Arriaga got him with his first tackle for the Wildcats. Another big boy.
Nader comes back into the lineup replacing Vendiola, so Tiernan will stay in that quarterback, and Nader will be in the backfield with him. Zachary also. Jesse Nichols to the right side, Suarez to the left. Double tight end formation for the Tigers. Nader whispers something into Tiernan's ear and then goes to the right side of him from the shotgun. Tiernan's going to carry it from behind the block of Nader, and Tiernan will get down inside the 30-yard line, about the 29. Give him another 5, a third down and a couple coming up for Imperial.
I like that call. Double tight end, and then you follow the running back into the off-guard tackle holder. Same formation.
Third down and 2 for the Tigers.
Jump.
And another jump. So that hard count is really getting to the Wildcats. It's the third time tonight that they've been called for offside. And the Tigers will have a first and 10. They'll put the ball down now to the 24-yard line of the Wildcats.
Oh, Coach Self is out over there.
Third penalty on this drive against the Wildcats. 2 of the offside calls and then the face mask call. So Imperial with a first and 10 from the Wildcat 24-yard line. Someone has a grill fired up, George. That's all I'm saying. The ball on the right hash mark, and Nader will stay in the lineup with Tiernan.
Remember, I can't smell. That's me.
Oh, that's right. You can't smell. Sorry about that. Hand off to Naylor. Naylor up the middle will get inside the 25. It's going to be a gain of a yard to the 23. Second down and 9.
I'll tell you, that front line for the Wildcats is doing a good job because the Tigers have got it. Looks like they're pushing them real good, and then they fill up those holes quick.
Just a blue wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
And they're not very big, but they're wide.
Vendiola replaces Tiernan at quarterback. You'll have Nader to the left side of him. Second down and 9. Back to pass Vendiola. Sets up. Pass it into the end zone. And broken up. Intended for Francisco Lopez and broken up at the goal line.
Dominic. That's Dominic Suarez.
Is it Suarez? Okay, it was. I'm sorry.
Ooh, I thought he pushed it.
I saw 2, and I thought it was 22, but it's 25. So it's Suarez. It'll fall incomplete. A pass, though, a good idea. Yeah. Third down and 9 from the 23.
Timeout, Tigers.
And a timeout on the field. 39 seconds to go in the first half. It's the Wildcats 14 and the Tigers 6.
Start the day off right with your favorite drinks from Brick House Coffee, next door to the Brick House Deli. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from, hot drinks, blend drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the Valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, the Brick House Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West 8th Road in Imperial. For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Tigers setting up for 3rd and 9 from the Wildcat 23, trailing the Wildcats by 6. But the Central Spartans lead Del Valle 23-21 now in the fourth quarter. A heck of a ball game there at Cal Jones Field tonight.
Now we got to hear a little bit of that first quarter doing interceptions.
Mendiola hands it off to Nader. Nader over left tackle will get the first down. Keeps going and running down. So about, I'm going to mark it down at about the 16. So looks like it's going to be just a little bit short of the first down after a gain of 7.
Got a running
so it'll be 4th down now and 2 for Imperial.
I don't know what he's doing. Is he going to kick?
They're running it down 16 seconds, and the clock continues to roll. The Tigers, I think, are going to go for a field goal.
They're going to go for a field goal, yeah.
From that point. And Ethan will have the wind to his back to attempt this one. 20 yards on 6 carries for Nader, and the Tigers will call timeout with, they almost went too long. There's less than a second on the clock, 0.6, and the Tigers will call timeout. With the score, the Wildcats 14 and the Tigers 6.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at the Broken Yolk Café. Once again, voted best breakfast in Imperial Valley by you, our customer. Thank you. Now remember, Broken Yolk strives every day to bring you great service and great food, still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yolk Café and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yolk Café on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
We'll keep it here at Warren Field where the Tigers will be setting up for a field goal to end this first half of play. And Ethan Gonzalez-Lopez will have the ball set at the 23-yard line. So this will be a 33-yard attempt.
Yeah, that was field goal. The ref was watching Shaw, and Shaw said, hold on. He calls time, and he didn't have the whistle in his mouth, so he grabbed it.
Oh, no. That's why it was so close. It almost went too long. Kiernan will have the hold. Gonzalez-Lopez on the field goal. About snap. It's going to be low, but it's going to get kicked, and it looks like it's good. And it will be good. So that's how the half will end with a 33-yard field goal by Ethan Gonzalez-Lopez. He's perfect on field goals this year. And the halftime score, the Brawley Wildcats 14, the Imperial Tigers 9. And we'll recap the scoring of the first half from the stats in just a moment.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice that you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject terms, conditions, and availability.
Aiton Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's the place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. And if you're throwing a party, kegs, wine, and champagne. Everything you need at one convenient location. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save $1 with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Aiton Express is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Highway 86 and Aiton Road in Imperial.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
When it comes to great Mexican food, El Zarape restaurant in Imperial should be number one because they do it right. From special quesadillas to 17 different burritos, not including 8 different breakfast burritos. Yeah, they have one you will love. The food is great, the service even better. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner at El Zarape, still offering curbside service. Call 760-355-4435. El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial.
We're at halftime at Warrenfield and Brawley. The Wildcats leading the Tigers 14-9. The Tigers opened the scoring at the 7:55 mark of the first quarter, an 11-yard run by Jeremiah Naylor. The extra point, though, was no good, and I hope that doesn't come back to bite us later on. It was a 7-play, 61-yard drive that lasted 4 minutes and 5 seconds, and the Tigers led it by a score of 6-0. Wildcats came right back, though, with 11:11 to go in the first half on a 2-yard run by Isaiah Young. The extra point was good by George Harrell, and on the 17-play, 80-yard drive, the Wildcats led it 7-6. They would score just 6 minutes later on a 2-play, 74-yard drive, 71 of it on one run by Gilbert Corrales, where he just wasn't touched at all going over right tackle. And with Harrell's extra point, the Wildcats led 14-6. But the Tigers came roaring back, 10 plays and 69 yards, using 5 minutes and 11 seconds off the clock, and a 33-yard field goal by Ethan Gonzalez-Lopez gives us our halftime score of 14-9. The Tigers completed 3 of 5 passes in the first half for 11 yards. One was completed to Alejandro Perez for 6 yards. One to Dominic Suarez for 7 yards. And then Zach Gray caught one, but it was for -2. C.J. Tiernan, 70 yards rushing of the Tigers, 98 rushing in the first half. He was 70 on 11 carries in the first half. Jeremiah Naylor, 6 carries, 20 yards, including a touchdown. And Reese Bendiola, 2 carries for 8 yards. So 98 yards rushing for the Tigers, 11 passing, so 109 in the first half for the Tigers. And we'll take a look at the Wildcats in just a moment.
Start the day off right with your favorite drinks from Brick House Coffee, next door to the Brick House Deli. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from, hot drinks, blend drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the Valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, the Brick House Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West 8th Road in Imperial. For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Start the day off right by having breakfast at the Broken Yolk Café. Once again, voted best breakfast in Imperial Valley by you, our customer. Thank you. Now remember, Broken Yolk strives every day to bring you great service and great food, still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yolk Café and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yolk Café on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice that you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
For the Wildcats in the first half, they tried 3 passes, completed all of them for 19 yards, 2 of them to Robert Platt. for 16 yards, and then 1 catch by Daniel Camillo for 3 yards. Rushing, though, Isaiah Young, 24 yards on 7 carries. But Gilbert Corrales, the 2 carries, 1 for 71 yards on a touchdown, gives him 78 yards in the first half. Gutierrez, the quarterback, 4 carries for 18 yards, and Tanner Carranza, 1 carry for 2, and then 1 carry for 3 yards to Daniel Camillo. So a total of 19 yards passing, 123 rushing, and that puts a total of 142 yards of offense for the Wildcats to lead the Tigers 14-9.
So except for that one long run, the 70 yards,
yeah,
we hold them under.
Take that, right? Well, yeah, take 70 yards away, and you hold them to about 50 yards.
Wow.
So yeah, that was one play, and I don't know whether it was a broken defensive assignment or what. No one touched it.
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah,
everybody was in the box, and there's nobody to turn that back in. We need somebody to turn that back in.
Right. No, you're exactly right. Defensive stats, do you have some for us?
Yep. But that was a quick half. I can't believe it's just not even 8 o'clock. That's a shocker. What is right at 8:01? Well, I got Jeremiah Naylor leading all sectors for the Imperial with 4. And then David Mesa, Victor Valenzuela, Zach Ray, Pablo Moreno, and Aiden Shields with 2 each. Kai Bishop, the shocker. I've only got him with 2.
Wow, yeah.
But they're doing a good job.
No, they are.
But we knew that was going to happen. We knew Brawley was going to be strong up front, both the offensive and defensive.
They are every year. So yeah,
every year.
You just pretty well expect that. And we'll take a look at some scores that are going on around the Valley as our halftime show continues in just a moment.
Ayton Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's the place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. And if you're throwing a party, kegs, wine, and champagne. Everything you need at one convenient location. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save $1 with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Ayton Express is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Highway 86 and Ayton Road in Imperial.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Halftime score here at Warren Field in Brawley. It's the Wildcats 14, the Tigers 9. Lee Elder with us tonight, back in Talmadge, Ohio.
How cold? How cold?
69 degrees an hour ago. I'm sure it's dropped a little bit. He said misty conditions. He said everyone there is going wild over the Browns, and he says go Rams. So Rams pick up a win last night. I got to agree with you on that.
Yeah, oh, my son went to the game, Charger-Raider game.
Uh-huh.
He's at gorgeous stadium.
Yeah,
he said he could not.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he said it's unbelievable, and he said that screen is crazy.
Roy Platt's hanging in there saying the second half is Imperials like last week. So
okay,
we hope you're right on that, Roy.
Sure we made a game of it, though.
You know, it's been an interesting series between the Wildcats and the Tigers. They didn't play for 30 years.
Many years,
yeah. So
75
or 76 season, right?
October 1st to 76.
Right, and Imperial won here, I think 44-20, if I remember right. And it was here on this field. And they didn't play for many years.
Something like that.
Well, then the Tigers joined the IVL in 2009. They played in Brawley, and Brawley won 34-0. The next year was at Imperial, and Brawley won that 28-12. But then it got interesting because the visiting team, beginning with that Brawley win, won the game most of the time. Brawley won as the visitors in 2010. Imperial won as visitors in 2011. That was the first victory for the Tigers over Brawley since that 1976 game. That game in 2011, we won our first IVL title that year. Well, the following year, the game was played in Imperial, and Brawley won.
Yes.
35-21, and that was Brawley's 11th IVL title in 15 years at that point. Imperial finished second in the league. And then in 2012, the game was played at Brawley, and they won in that one. That was actually the second part of 2012 as they were in the second round of CIF, and beat the Tigers 26-21 in that one. The next year was played in Brawley. Imperial won 29-10, and Imperial won their second IVL title. Then the next year in 2014 it was played in Imperial, and Brawley won 35-8. Brawley won that title with the win over the Tigers. Then in 2015 the game was played at Brawley. You guessed it, Imperial won 22-14. Following years played in Imperial, and Brawley won 44-22. And then Brawley backed it up and won the next several in a row, and that's where we sit right now, as Brawley won at home in 2017, away in 2018, home in 2019, away in 2020, and right now leading the Tigers 14-9 here at halftime. But it was strange when you think of games that the visiting team won 9 of 13 games.
Wow, that's the truth.
Since they got into the IVL. It's just kind of weird. And at one point, 7 of 8 games was won by the visitor.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's just strange how that has worked out. 6 of the games in this rivalry has been decided by a touchdown or less. 6 of them. And so, yeah, it's been a good rivalry between Imperial and Brawley, even though the Wildcats have won the last 5 in a row. It's been very, very close for many of those games over the years. And even when you look back in 2019, Brawley won by 7. In 2018, Brawley won by 1. 2017, Brawley won by 7. So they've been close games here the last few years, but many times the visitors has won. So maybe we can bring that back and have a win here in Brawley tonight.
That would be awesome.
That would be.
That'd be a heck of a comeback for us.
Watching the cheerleaders down here. How many cheerleaders do we have in high school? Do you remember? I would say we had about 5.
It's going to be less than 10.
Yeah.
We have
5 captains. We've got about 30 cheerleaders, 5 captains. We have as many captains as we had cheerleaders.
And I had no idea it was their homecoming today. I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't either, but it's their homecoming also.
I heard a bunch of cheering. I looked up while I was listening to you give the stats.
Yeah.
Oh, they're having homecoming.
I can't quite hear I haven't heard the PA too much, but I think we've probably been talking and so we don't hear it that way.
We hear the crowd. We hear the Imperial crowd. We had a good showing here. Good crowd.
So looking at some scores, go ahead.
No, thinking about that 76 game, some of the names that just popped in my mind. Gene Bombera, Craig Kidwell. We went to Grossmont together. Ruben Conchola.
Okay.
Kevin Stockstill.
Right. He played with the baseball team too, right?
Yes, he did.
Right, the first baseman for him.
And then before that, of course, Rusty Garcia, Joe Chacon. We had some good times up here.
And to Imperial, your brother, a quarterback, Art was playing quarterback that night.
Yes, it
and we had something like 470 yards of offense compared to their 36, I think it was. Their 3 touchdowns, I think one was a kickoff return and 2 punt returns. I think it was about all they had. And both Arnold Armstrong and Ricky Stevens each had 200-yard games in that game. Yeah.
And I remember McGee took Art, my brother, out in the beginning of the 4th quarter, and we got to sit I got to go down in the field with them.
Oh, did you?
And we sat on the back of the bench there. Because they were just teeing off.
There were no other game that that stands out with Art, a quarterback, than that one. He just ran the option so perfectly that night.
Yeah, so pretty.
And, it was just a tremendous.
Scott Hartog. I love to watch Scott run the wishbone also. Good athletes, both of them.
And just to update some scores, Central now up 36-21.
Wow.
Over Del Valle.
That's awesome.
With 6:12 to go in that game. We're going to be on the radio when that game ends, so you'll be able to tune us in on the radio or just stay on the feed that you have right now on the internet. At halftime, Calexico leads Southwest 13-7. So big game for both of those schools in IVL play. So Calexico leading that one 13-7. And that's what we have for the scores. And, of course, last night, and that we were talking about it on the drive up here, that Palo Verde has got a pretty good ball club up there. They've only got a couple of losses against 5 wins. Last night defeated Holville 40-8.
Yeah.
And that really surprised me. I thought it was going to be a close, hard-fought contest, and Palo Verde just literally ran away from it. They've got a running back, and I can't think of his name right now offhand, but he has some wheels. We saw some video of him against Calipatria this year, and wow, he can run. And so Palo Verde's got a very good ball club. And them being in Division 5, I believe it is, they've got a good chance of winning the championship in Division 5. No question about that. We're going to look at the rankings. We haven't done that now that the rankings starting to sort out. We'll take a look at those in just a moment.
When it comes to great Mexican food, El Zarape restaurant in Imperial should be number one because they do it right. From special quesadillas to 17 different burritos, not including 8 different breakfast burritos. Yeah, they have one you will love. The food is great, the service even better. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner at El Zarape, still offering curbside service. Call 760-355-4435. El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial.
Start the day off right with your favorite drinks from Brick House Coffee, next door to the Brick House Deli. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from, hot drinks, blend drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the Valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, the Brick House Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West 8th Road in Imperial.
Leo chiming in back in Ohio mentions that Imperial played at Brawley when Mike Swearingen and Steve Cato were the coaches, and he said he thinks it ended up as a 14-14 tie. It was a great ball game.
Okay.
Both those coaches coached at Imperial. Steve Cato came on and had quite a bit of success as the Imperial coach. And looking at the rankings, we mentioned Mater Dei Catholic, and I just don't see anybody beating into the playoffs, to be honest with you. They've got a team that's just unreal up there right now. And the Crusaders are 5-0 on the year. They're number 1. Mount Carmel, who beat Central earlier this year, is 6-0 on the season. The Ramona Bulldogs are 4-2. They're ranked number 3. And then Santa Fe Christian is 6-0 on the year. And then number 5 is West Hills, who beat Imperial by just a couple of touchdowns in Santee. They're still unbeaten at 6-0, and they're ranked number 5. So yeah, that helps us. You bet. Now Capitan is number 6. Brawley's ranked number 7. Then Santana is number 8 at 5-1. Orange Glen is 4-1. A little surprise there. They're number 9, and then Imperial at 4-2 is the number 10 team in Division 3. Now, if we bump up to Division 2, that's the division Central is in, and Central is ranked number 14. I don't know how this will factor in this game against a team from El Paso, Texas tonight, but by winning, if they can win it by a couple of touchdowns, which looks like they're heading that direction, that could be a big deal as far as the rankings are concerned.
Yeah.
There.
I don't know how that would work.
I'm not sure either, because with them not having any California teams to base it on.
But it's Texas.
Yeah, it's Texas football, and they're 5-1 in Texas.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're getting one of the more worse teams there. You're getting a good one.
What we were talking about on the way here, what you were telling me is that Del Valle doesn't even play away games. Everything's there in El Paso.
Right, this is not just their first game out of state, it's the first game out of their city. Because all the other 9 games are in the city of El Paso. It's such a big city. A lot of football teams, a lot of high schools there. Now strange to think that you'd never take a trip. I think back when we were playing, we had Needles.
We had to go
in
to
our
Needles
league.
on a Tuesday
night. So we had to go, basketball games in Needles on a Tuesday night. We had to go to Eagle Mountain in league. And Eagle Mountain was halfway between Indio and Blythe on I-10. North of I-10, actually, in Desert Center. So you look at that and you think, we just go across town and play the game. So that's how that works. Anyway, Division 2 has Scripps Ranch, the only unbeaten in Division 2. They're number 1. Poway number 2. Rancho Bernardo 3. La Jolla 4. Mira Mesa 5. We saw Valley Center earlier this year. They're number 10 this week in the rankings. Then we go down to Division number 4. Del Norte is number 1. Patrick Henry 2. University City 3. Coronado 4, and Rancho Buena Vista is number 5. Southwest is the lone team in the Imperial Valley in Division 4. They are ranked right now number 13. And then in Division 5, we mentioned Palo Verde is going to make a run at it. Mission Bay right now, the Buccaneers are number 1 at 5-1. Escondido Charter, surprisingly, at 5-0 is number 2. Then Palo Verde now at 5-2 is ranked number 3. Fallbrook is number 4. Holtville is ranked number 5 now, but that big loss at Blythe last night is going to probably drop them down a little bit as they lost their second game in a row and are now 5-2. Calexico is number 6. They pick up a victory against Southwest, who's a division above them. That may lead them over the Holtville Vikings. Army-Navy is number 7. Crawford is number 8. Mountain Empire is number 9. Tri-City Christian number 10. Mountain Empire, did you go to any football games at Mountain Empire?
The old school.
I know we played there as freshmen. And it was cold. It was the day after it snowed. It was cold.
When David was coaching in California, we went up there.
Okay.
But it was too cold for me. I didn't want to do
we went
again.
up to watch some of them later on. Imperial played some games up there, and there were cold nights. Like basketball, it was particularly cold when we played there.
The old gym?
Yes, in the old gym.
And we went to go take a shower and didn't.
There was no hot water.
And then the brake froze on the bus.
Right, and the brakes froze up on the bus. And then we headed down the hill.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fun in that old gym. If you remember, they had rafters up there.
Yes.
I remember we would try to shoot over the rafters into the basket, horsing around, and so a lot of fun times up there, man. And I remember in baseball, if you hit the ball to right field, it would roll back to you because it went uphill to the right field. At the field in Campo, not the one that we're at now in Pine Valley, but back in Campo. And thinking now we're in the month of October, and I always think of the Apple Festival up in Julian. And I remember Jonathan and I were calling Imperial games way back when, and we were sitting at the top of, there was no press box. They just sat at the top of the bleachers, or concrete bleachers at the Pine Valley field. And so we sat up on the top of that, and in commercial breaks, we were talking to the people that were there, and we were talking about how good the apple pie is up there. It'd be so nice and everything else. And at halftime, they brought us a big old piece of apple pie. So in the second half, I would take a bite while Jonathan was talking. He'd take a bite while I was talking till that pie was gone. But boy, it was good. And we appreciated their generosity in helping us out with that. And appreciate Brawley's generosity. And Billy Brewer, the athletic director, made sure to set us up here on the visitor side in the booth up here. And
with the wall to our west.
Yes, exactly.
Everybody's
getting cold in front of us, but we're pretty good right here.
Sweatshirts and pants.
Right. We're not feeling it here, so we appreciate their hospitality in setting us up here at the visitors' side. And we've got both teams back out on the field, the Wildcats on the far side, and they're all blue uniforms, the yellow piping down the pants, yellow helmets, and yellow numbers, and the Tigers with all white uniforms, red helmets, and interlocking white IT on the side. Halftime score, Brawley 14, Imperial 9, after the field goal at the end of the half for Imperial. And the Wildcats will be getting the ball here in the second half to open up play.
Then we go to Central next week, and finally we get back home.
I think maybe next week, if things don't change, looking at the weather forecast, I think I'm bringing a jacket next week. I'm not gonna mess around with that, because we sat outside on the side of the press box last time.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm not sure whether we'll be there, if we're going to be able to sit inside or not. So I'm not taking a chance. I'm bringing a jacket next week. It's supposed to get kind of cold.
First, to see the time, though, the scoreboard, we got to do the crunches.
Yeah. Well, actually, Central's not bad. It's Southwest that we have to poke our heads out the window just about to be able to see the score. It's kind of difficult there. But we're looking at temperatures getting down to the low 50s this week at night. So I'm kind of thinking that next Friday night we may see some cold temperatures.
I hope so.
Tigers will be kicking off with the wind to their back in the third quarter, going right to left on your dial or listening to the action on KXORadio.com on the internet. Vicky Dale along with George Grijalva as Ethan Gonzalez Lopez will kick it off, and it will be caught back at the 5-yard line. Camille will bring it out to the 15, to the 20, puts the tackle to 25, going to be brought down to the 30-yard line as Jeremiah Nader perhaps saves a touchdown with that tackle. And the Wildcats have pretty good field position right at their own 30-yard line. Ethan Gutierrez, that quarterback for Brawley, 3 for 3, 19 yards in the first half, will bring out the Wildcats to open up this half. Central 36, Del Valle 28 is now with 3:16 to go. And Del Valle tried an onside kick and covered it. So they got a whale of a ball game at Central tonight. Handoff was going to fake the handoff. Gutierrez is going to carry it around the left side. Good straight arm to turn the corner. We'll get out to across the 35-yard line. We'll see where his forward momentum will be going out of bounds. Looks to be about the 36. The gain is 6. 2nd and 4.
Pretty straight arm by Gutierrez.
That really was.
To break himself loose. And Seth Shaw ran him out of bounds.
2nd down and 4 for the Wildcats. Opening drive and possession of the second half, leading the Tigers 14-9. 2nd down and 4 from the 36.
Good job by the Tigers defense. So they hit the running back as soon as they were handing the ball off, and Gutierrez pulled it back in.
Young in the backfield behind Gutierrez. He'll get the handoff over right tackle. His forward momentum will get him out to near the 40-yard line. Looks to be close to a first down. We'll see exactly where they're going to mark the football down. They're going to put it right at the 40. And it's going to be just shy by maybe a football. I'm kind of surprised they don't bring the chains out to check. But the ball is resting right at the 40-yard line.
Oh, they gave it to him. Wow.
And they're going to say first down. I thought it was pretty close.
Yeah,
it goes right at the 40.
Yeah.
So a gain of 4 yards on the play and a first down for the Wildcats. 28 yards on 8 carries and a touchdown for Young tonight. He has 11 touchdowns on the season. He stays in the lineup behind Gutierrez. Gutierrez over left tackle. Fakes it to Young. Will carry it himself. Tigers good pursuit. Will get him out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. Give him a gain of a couple of yards in the play. Second down and 8.
Oh, good pursuit by the Tiger defense.
Take it out to the 42. I'm not sure if I said 32, but it's the 42-yard line.
Zach Ray.
Actually, it's going to be just a yard gain at the 41. They're going to say he went out of bounds. So 25 yards on 6 carries unofficially for Gutierrez tonight. Second down and 9 from the Wildcat 41. Carranza comes into the backfield as Gutierrez stays under center, taking his time and looking over the defense. Sets up, gets the snap, and out to Carranza over left tackle. Carranza will do a 360 move to get out across to the 45-yard line. A gain of 4, but a third down and 5 coming up. Again, good pursuit by the Tiger defense.
Oh, they had 3 guys there, Aiden Shields and Zach Ray. That the Tigers, we're getting a good push on the defensive line.
Third down? Okay.
Go ahead.
Just because they're third down and 5 for the Wildcats from their own 45-yard line. A big third down play early in this second half, and the Wildcats will send 3 wide receivers to the near side of the field. One of those is Robert Platt, who's had 2 of the 3 catches tonight in passing situations. Carranza stays back with Gutierrez, who's in the shotgun. Gutierrez fakes the handoff, going to roll out to the on the right side, makes the cut, gets the first down, and he's gone. Just like that, there's nobody deep in the backfield for the Tigers, and he'll go all the way for the touchdown. 55 yards for the touchdown, and is untouched.
Same thing. They had the 2 linebackers blitzing, and they had 3 wide over here, 3 defenders, and he shoots Seth Shaw to get into the end zone.
So 55 yards on the touchdown by Ethan Gutierrez. That is his 9th touchdown run of the season. And the Wildcats are now up 20-9 as Harrell comes in to attempt the extra point.
I'm sure they had a pass coming.
Harrell's extra point, though, is going to go right into the line and will never get up into the air. And with 8:43 to go in the third quarter play, it's the Wildcats 20, the Tigers 9.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
5 plays, 70 yards, kept by 55-yard run by Ethan Gutierrez, his longest run of the year, and his 9th touchdown run of the year. The extra point is no good, and it's 20-6 in 20-9, that is, in favor of the Wildcats over the Tigers. Otto stays in to do the kickoff chores. Another pooch kick. Tigers need to get up there quickly. Devin Meza will catch it. Will get the fair catch at the 32-yard line, about exact same spot as the last time the Tigers got a possession.
Yeah, it is. It's instant replay.
Yes, about an instant replay.
I don't know why they don't let him run it back. He's quick.
Yeah, because he's got a little bit of room there to do it, too.
He still had at least 10 yards to the nearest defender.
80 yards on 7 carries now for Gutierrez, but a 55-yarder, 71-yarder by Gilbert Corrales. Other than that, it's been about 50 yards gained by the Wildcats tonight. 2 big long runs have been the difference.
I think that the Tiger coaching staff was expecting pass on that.
Yeah.
They blitzed the 2 linebackers and nobody in the second half.
The Tigers have the ball first and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Vindiola will hand it off on the left side to Tiernan. Tiernan will turn up field, get across the 35-yard line, out to about the 37, it looks like, a gain of 5, 2nd and 5 coming up.
That's the host of Brawley Wildcats.
They're going to give the gain of 4 on that one, so 2nd down and 6 coming up from the 36.
Now we need to answer that last score.
Yep, no doubt about it.
I don't care if it's 3 or 6. I'll take either one.
Yeah, we got to get some points on this drive. Tiernan at quarterback. Actually, Vindiola will hand it off to Tiernan. Starts up the middle, then tries to bounce it to the outside of the right side. Good pursuit by the Wildcats, and Aiden Torres will come up with a big tackle after a gain of just a yard and a 3rd down and 5 coming up from the 37.
Yeah, Gilbert Corrales is the one that set up that stop. He didn't let him turn in, made him turn out, and let his teammates.
Tigers will have Suarez go deep to the left side. Perez also deep to the left side. Nichols will go to the right. And also to the right for the Tigers, Francisco Lopez. Back to pass. Vindiola, pump fake, then throws it in incomplete, going to be broken up. Good job of breaking up by Camilo. And it will be a 3 and out for the Tigers, and they'll have to punt.
Good job by the defensive back.
Yep.
He read that perfectly.
Right at the last moment. Watching the quarterback's eyes.
Yeah, that's all he did.
We were talking about that on the way up, of how important it is to watch the eyes of the quarterback.
And they're doing a one-on-one coverage. Little pump fake the next time and let him go up.
So Ethan Gonzalez-Lopez into punt for the Tigers, averaging almost 44 yards a punt. And it's going to be a high punt, and it will hit and just bounce straight up. The Tigers will down it at the 30, or make it the 27-yard line. And that's where the Wildcats will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Okay, we need to make a stop here, get some good field position, put some points on the board.
Calexico now in the 3rd quarter, leading Southwest 13-7 in the 3rd quarter. And the final score now, Central 36, Del Valle 28.
Wow,
what a game at Cal Jones Field tonight. And the Spartans get their 3rd victory of the year. We'll be on that same Cal Jones Field next Friday night as the Tigers face the Spartans.
That's neat, though, that you could travel like that and go play a game. That would have been fun for us to do.
Oh, yeah. Quick pass out to the right side to Isaiah Young, and Young's going to catch the ball, and then good pursuit by the Tiger defense. You'll get maybe a yard on the play and nothing more. The 2nd down and 9 coming up.
Yeah, Seth Shaw had that read all the way.
Young's first catch of the night. And in fact, that's just his 7th catch of the year. Ooh. Of course, he has had that high ankle sprain. Doesn't seem to have been slowing him down too much tonight.
Yeah, I think Seth came up limping on that. And he hasn't run. Seth has not run the ball today. They're trying to save that ankle. So we got Carranza, I believe that, or Camilo. I can't tell the number.
Beat Carranza. It's going to be a broken play. Back to pass. And wow, that was almost backwards pass. That was a handoff that was supposed to go to Carranza, and he ran into Gutierrez. And so it's going to fall as an incomplete. So 3rd down and 9 from the 28.
Yeah, Diego Valencio's in the backfield.
First incompletion for Gutierrez tonight. He's 4 of 4 for 20 yards. Probably cheerleaders coming over and the Imperial fans giving them a cheer. That's what you're hearing in the background.
Yeah, that was a kneel that back pass there. He should have kept that or put something on it and thrown that out of bounds. But the way he lobbed it over there, that's dangerous.
So 3rd down and 9 for the Wildcats from their own 28. Gutierrez goes back into the shotgun formation. Low snap, and he might have been down on the ground. Yeah, the snap went down, and he went down and touched the ground with the ball. That's going to go as a loss on the play back at the 23, and that'll be a loss of 5 and a 4th down, and 14 coming up. Low snap. That
it was a low snap, and his momentum. He was already going back to set up the pass.
Right.
And when the snap was too low, he couldn't keep his balance anymore.
So Hart will quickly come in to punt for the Wildcats, and Seth Shaw deep to receive. He'll be right at midfield. See if the Tigers can get something going on this possession. Snap is good. No rush this time to speak of. Ball's going to bounce at the 46 of the Tigers and bounce backwards, and the Wildcats will pick it up at the Tiger 49, and that's where the Tigers will have the ball 1st and 10. They'll be at their own 49-yard line with 6:08 to go in the 3rd quarter, trailing the Wildcats by a score of 20-9.
Yeah, Bill almost had an opportunity to pick that up and run. The kicking team had already outrun the ball. And Shaw kept just falling backwards, and they followed him.
Ball bounced backwards.
Yeah, they bounced backwards.
Totally backwards.
There was a Tiger right there. You could have picked it up, but I don't know who that was. 66 or 88.
So 1st and 10 Tigers from their own 49. Indiola, quarterback, gives it out to Tiernan on the right side, gets hit by the line of scrimmage. His second momentum, though, will get him across the 50-yard line, and actually will get down to near the Wildcat 46. That'll be a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Good second effort.
Oh, yeah, that was all CJ there. We're getting a good push. We're getting a push up on the front line there. Got to keep pushing like if we are.
14 carries, 80 yards in the game for Tiernan, looking for his 400-yard game of the season. And 3rd in a row if he could get it. He'll be at the right side of Indiola, who's in the shotgun. And about to Tiernan. Tiernan up the middle. Gets behind that push, and he's going to get the 1st down inside the 40-yard line to the 39. A gain of 7 and a 1st down for the Tigers.
Just following Wolfgang Horner off that left tackle, along with Diego Valencia.
Tiernan getting a good push following behind the line of the Tigers.
Good job by the Tiger front 4 there, or 5.
Bishop coming in now at the right tackle spot for Imperial. Zach Ray also in the lineup in the backfield for the Tigers. And out to Seth Shaw, his first carry of the night. He'll get the line of scrimmage and then fumble. Tigers are going to recover it, but Seth got twisted backwards. His left leg didn't move, got caught in the turf, and he's still down on the field. And there will be timeout as they'll come out and check on the condition of running back Seth Shaw. And with 4:47 to go in this 3rd quarter of play, it's the Wildcats 20, the Tigers 9.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at the Broken Yolk Café. Once again, voted best breakfast in Imperial Valley by you, our customer. Thank you. Now remember, Broken Yolk strives every day to bring you great service and great food, still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yolk Café and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yolk Café on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Shaw stepped off the field and was favoring his left leg or ankle. So Naylor's back in the lineup. And Tiernan's going to follow him over the left side. He'll get stacked up by the Wildcats and will be brought down to the 35-yard line after a gain of 4, but a 3rd down and 6 coming up for the Tigers.
Yeah, that left tackle for the Wildcats came in, grabbed him from behind. And shot and just pulled him straight down.
Yeah, and it looked like his cleats caught in the grass, and he just didn't move the left leg. Tiernan's going to carry it again around the left side. He'll break 1 tackle, break a 2nd. I'm not sure he's going to make it. He'll be very close to it.
I think he's short.
But I think he's going to be short. I think he's going to be right around the 32-yard line. We'll see where the forward momentum is going to be given to him at. And they're going to put it down at the 32, a gain of 3. So now a 4th down and a couple coming up.
You do a hard count or do we running right up the middle with Naylor?
Tiernan, quarterback. Naylor to the side. 4th down and 2. Hand it off to Naylor. Naylor up the middle. Naylor will get the 1st down and then brought down inside the 30-yard line to about the 28 and a 1st down for the Tigers. on a gain of 4. Good strong run again by Jeremiah Naylor.
Wish they just put their head down and go hard, though, like Brawley of old.
24 yards on 7 carries and a touchdown for Naylor tonight. He'll come onto the sideline as Tiernan goes back out, along with Bendiola, quarterback. And we want to thank the fans who are listening to the Central game as we're now on the radio. Great win by the Central Spartans tonight, beating Del Valle. And I was going to go to Tiernan. Tiernan fumbles it and catches it, then dives forward. We'll get some extra yardage, and we'll get down to about the 22-yard line, it looks like, after a gain of 6, second down and 4. So we welcome all you fans that listen to the Spartans' victory over Del Valle of El Paso.
Yeah, congratulations on the win. Yeah, Tanner Carranza just left off the field.
That's the 3rd win for the Spartans this year. And they return to Imperial Valley League play next week, hosting Imperial. So we'll be there next Friday night. Tiernan stays in the lineup. Mendiola at quarterback. Nader will be in the backfield with him, the timeout on the field. With 2:13 to go in this third quarter play, it's the Wildcats 20, the Tigers 6.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice that you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Aiton Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's a place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. And if you're throwing a party, kegs, wine, and champagne. Everything you need at one convenient location. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save $1 with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Aiton Express is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Highway 86 and Aiton Road in Imperial.
On the simulcast here in Brawley at Warren Field, the Wildcats leading the Tigers by a score of 20-9. Imperial with a second down and 4 from the Wildcat 22-yard line. Quarterback, Reese Bendiola, freshman quarterback, will have Jeremiah Naylor to his right side. Tiernan stays in the lineup. Fake the handoff. Pump fake, rolls to his right as Bendiola, looking downfield, throws it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Touchdown for the Tigers, and coming up with it is Jesse Nichols. And Imperial has cut the lead now to 20-15.
Oh, this crowd is loud. Yeah, he had Zach Ray open right in the middle of the field. But he threw to the back of the end zone. Hit Jesse Nichols for the TD.
First touchdown pass for Reese Bendiola.
He pumped.
Pump fake was great.
Yeah, pump fake, and then he would roll out to the right, hit him in the back of the end zone.
With the Tigers now trailing 20-15, the Tigers will go for 2.
They're going for 2, yeah.
Zach Ray will stay in the backfield to the left side, and now will break off, and it'll be an empty backfield for Tiernan at quarterback. CJ gets it, runs up the middle. He's not going to make it. He's going to go nowhere. And the Wildcats will hold the Tigers off. But the Tigers do get the touchdown. And with 2:03 remaining in the third quarter, it's Brawley 20, Imperial 15.
Aiton Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's the place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. And if you're throwing a party, kegs, wine, and champagne. Everything you need at one convenient location. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save $1 with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Aiton Express is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Highway 86 and Aiton Road in Imperial.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
On the scoring drive for the Tigers, they go 8 plays, 51 yards, using 4 minutes and 5 seconds off the clock. Capped by the 22-yard touchdown pass from Reese Vindiola to Jesse Nichols. 2-point conversion was no good, and it's 20-15 in favor of the Wildcats, who get a fair catch at the 32-yard line, and that's where they will take over possession on their own 32. And as we want to mention again, that's the first of what we hope of many touchdown passes by freshman quarterback Reese Vindiola.
That was pretty. Tight spiral to the back of the end zone. Good answer by the Tigers.
Yes, to come right back. You bet. So 1st and 10 Wildcats from their own 32-yard line. Gutierrez will step back into the shotgun. He'll have Young back there with him to his left side. Snap is back. Hand off to Young up the middle. Young gets stacked up at the line of scrimmage. He'll gain a yard maybe 2. They might give it out to the 34. 2nd down and 8 coming up from the 34.
And Jeremiah Naylor with the split tackle of the 9. And Andres Castello in on the tackle for the Tigers.
So 2nd down and 8 from the 34 for the Wildcats. We'll send 3 wide receivers out to the near side of the field. It's Brandon Porras, Makai Washington, and Daniel Camillo. Now under center is Gutierrez and Young behind him. Takes the handoff. Gutierrez going to pitch back. Camillo turns the corner and he's gone. Again, he will not get touched, and he will go all the way for the touchdown.
Got a flag right here.
Got a flag down. I think it's going to go against Brawley the way the Brawley players are acting. I think we're going to see maybe a hold.
55.
Back at the 40-yard line.
He knew it, too. He grabbed his helmet.
Yeah, he grabbed his helmet with both hands. You know, oh, no. And that's who it's going to be again. And so they're going to bring this one back. But the big plays are just hurting the Tiger defense.
How do they get to the corner? And they're already wide.
All Gutierrez did is took the ball, started running to his right a little bit, and then threw a small little pass to Camille. Yeah. He turned the corner, and that was it. He was gone.
But you got to pay attention to Gutierrez, though.
I think it's going to be a hold from the point of the infraction, which is the 37-yard line, so they're going to bring that one back 10 yards. And it'll be a 2nd down now. And they'll put the ball to 27. So a 2nd down and about 14.
We've given up too many big plays.
Yes.
On the defense. That hasn't happened all year.
Right. 71-yard touchdown run by Gilbert Corrales and a 55-yard touchdown run by their quarterback, Ethan Gutierrez. You take those 2 away, and they've gotten about 60 to 70 yards of rushing is all against the Tiger defense. But the 2 big plays have hurt. So 2nd down and 14 for the Wildcats from their own 27-yard line. Gutierrez at quarterback. Young behind him. And goes in motion. Fake the handoff. It's going to be a quick handoff to the left side. And getting pretty good yardage up to about the 38-yard line will be Gilbert Corrales on the carry. We're going to mark it at the 39, so a gain of 12. So a short 3rd down and 2 coming up.
And Shields ran him down. Shields is a big boy compared to his running back. Good job by the Tiger defense there.
90 yards on 3 carries by Corrales, but one was the 71-yard touchdown run. But that was a good 12 yards. First time we've seen that inside handoff sweep coming across.
And usually that's what they do every year, but this year they're popping to the outside.
Right. That was the first time we've seen that one tonight. So the Wildcats bring the offense in. Quick pitch around the right side to Camillo. Camillo will be hit at the line of scrimmage. His forward progress, I believe, will get him the 1st down, though. It'll be a gain of 3 and a 1st down for the Wildcats. Out to the 43-yard line.
Good job by Zach Ray to get out there. And then Joel Campos turned him in. That's what we need to be doing right there. Exactly what they did.
I'll give him a 4-yard gain for Camillo on that. But more importantly for the Wildcats, a 1st down at their own 43. 3 wide receivers will go to the left side of the field now. Flores, Washington, and Camillo. And that'll be it before the end of the 3rd quarter. So that'll be the last play of this 3rd quarter with the score. The Brawley Wildcats 20, the Imperial Tigers 15.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, The Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
When it comes to great Mexican food, El Zarape restaurant in Imperial should be number one because they do it right. From special quesadillas to 17 different burritos, not including 8 different breakfast burritos. Yeah, they have one you will love. The food is great, the service even better. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner at El Zarape, still offering curbside service. Call 760-355-4435. El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial.
So we open up the fourth quarter play here at Warren Field and Brawley with the Wildcats leading the Imperial Tigers 20-15. And the Wildcats with a 1st and 10 around 43. They now have the wind at their back as they go from the west to the east here at Warren Field. From the right to the left on your dial. We welcome the radio listeners on KXO 1230 AM El Centro, California on our simulcast along with the internet. Gutierrez from the shotgun. Back to pass. Sets up in the pocket. Throws out on the near side. Going to complete it at the 50-yard line to Camille. Camille will be brought down at the Tiger 46. And that will be good enough yardage for a first down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that took the defender a little too long to get out there. Campos ended up tackling it, but not until after he made the first down.
So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats now on the Tiger side of the football field at the 46-yard line. Gutierrez this time will send Platt to the right side along with Camille, and Porras and Washington will come to the near side. Young in the backfield along with Gutierrez, who gets the snap, goes back to pass. Sets up, looks downfield. Going to throw deep on the far side of the field. Throws it out of bounds. Intended for Camillo. Ball's incomplete. It'll be a 2nd down and 10.
Wow. 10, 20, 30, almost 40 yards in the air. Plus almost corner to corner.
He's got a good arm. There's no question about it.
I don't know why they don't throw a bit more than.
Good coverage, though, by Meza, who is back there, though. We'll say. Good defensive pressure. Good arm by the Tigers, and then good defensive backfield coverage. 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. From the Tiger 46, 11:21 to go. Wildcats up by 5. 3 wide receivers will go to the right side of the field this time. And Carranza comes into the backfield. Gutierrez under center. Takes the handoff. Gutierrez tries to turn the corner. Going to have Tigers all over him at the line of scrimmage, but his forward momentum will get him to the 43 and a 3-yard gain. A 3rd down and 7 coming up.
Again, Jeremiah Naylor and Zach Ray fight for the tackle.
78 yards on 9 carries for Gutierrez, but 55 of it was on 1 touchdown run. Just the big plays have hurt the Tigers tonight. They've done a good job of keeping things in short order, except for the 2 long plays. Carranza stays in the backfield. Man in motion, Camille will get the handoff to the near side. Camille, good stiff arm on 1, but then good look. Tiger penetration will get there. It's good job of coming up and stopping it for no gain. 4th down and 7 coming up.
Victor Valenzuela finally brought him down, but there had to be 5-6 Tigers there. Excellent pursuit.
Great pursuit. Yep. And Haro will come in for the punt. Actually, Carranza's going to stay in the punt. Young comes in as a block. He's a running back, so watch for a fake.
Yeah.
With a 4th down and 7 from the Tiger 43.
It's good to see Carranza back out there because he limped out.
Carranza gets it, and he will get the punt off. It's going to be a boomer. It'll go into the end zone as Des Shaw will let it go, and it will bounce in the end zone. And the Tigers will have the ball at the 20-yard line. Now, what can the Tigers offense do now? With a 1st and 10 of thrown 20.
I'll take anything. I'll take a score.
9:56 to go in the ball game. Tigers trailing it by 5 and have a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line with 9:56 to go. Updated score on the Calexico Southwest game. Calexico 19, Southwest 7 in the 4th quarter. So the Bulldogs looking to try to pick up their first victory in IVL play. we'll see both those teams in their last two home games of the regular season. One being homecoming with Calexico in 2 weeks. So Reese Vendiola, quarterback. The snap, hands it off to Naylor. Naylor over left tackle. Barrels his way across the 25 to the 27-yard line and a gain of 7. A second down and 3 coming up.
Good push by Naylor. That was all in his own there. Took 4 Wildcats to bring him down. So much better when he started putting his head down.
Yeah.
From the beginning of the season, he was running straight up. Now he's running downhill.
And I think just getting the confidence of running back there and looking to see where there may be something other than where the hole should be. And he's getting that confidence in him, and I think it's improved him. And off again to Nato. This time he's going to try to go to the outside. He's going to be hit from behind the line of scrimmage and a loss of a yard. So third down now and 4, back of the 26.
Now there must have been a pulling guard or something because 72 came from behind and brought him down. Allen got real for the Wildcats.
So 3rd and 4 Tigers from the 6. Tiernan comes into the lineup. And will be along in the backfield with Vendiola. Naylor's also in there, and Ray. So the Tigers will go from a diamond formation now on a 3rd down and 4 from their own 26-yard line. Vendiola, quick pitcher on the right side to Tiernan. Sets up the pass, going to go deep, and Tigers will come back, and it goes incomplete. Broken up by Camillo. It was intended for Jesse Nichols and broken up by Camillo at the 43 of the Wildcats. Great idea, but it seemed to set up. It took a long time to set up.
It took too long. It took too long. He should have tucked that a little bit longer. But the defenders did a good job of getting.
Yeah, they did.
It was just but
again,
against the wind again.
Going against the wind, exactly. And it just kind of floats out there, and it gave time for the defenders to get there and break that one up. So the Tigers will have to punt. After going 3 and out, Ethan Gonzalez Lopez in the punt for the Tigers, punting against the wind. Camino will be deep, and it's going to get off, but might have been partially blocked, and the ball will go out of bounds at the 46-yard line of the Wildcats. I think they may have got a hand on that one, as we see fireworks going off on the south side of town here in Brawley.
They're saying that he ran into the kicker, Jackson.
To me, it looked like it might have got partially blocked.
Yeah.
I think they got a hand on it, and that changed the trajectory. The Brawley Wildcats have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 47, 8:32 to go in the game.
That had a forward spin to it.
Yeah. And usually Ethan gets the ball up in the air pretty good. This one stayed pretty low.
I met him last night at the team feed.
Did you?
Yes. Nice young man.
Gutierrez will go back into the shotgun, fake the handoff, going to pass it to the near side to Camillo. Camillo will get by one Tiger, but he won't get by a second. It'll be a loss of a yard. Good pursuit again by the Tigers. 2nd and 11 coming up, back at the 46.
Zach Ray with his 8th tackle of the night. Now that looked like a hold right here too. On the end for the Wildcat, holding the defensive back. Had that read pretty good though.
Gutierrez has completed 6 of 8, but just 30 yards passing for the Wildcats tonight.
Good job by the Tigers defense.
Trips right again, and they'll stack him up on the right side. Running back, Young runs into Gutierrez, but then Gutierrez gets around the corner. Penalty flag goes down at the 45, and Gutierrez will be brought down with no gain, but a flag on the field may see another hole.
Was that Carantos at the back?
Yeah, no, it was Young that ran into, right? It was Young that ran into Gutierrez to start it out.
Yeah, they bumped right into each
other. And it's a hole now. Do the Tigers take it? It's going to be a loss of 2, a loss of 3.
Yeah, their coaches, Imperial coaches were talking it over what to do in that hole.
They're going to go ahead and take that 10 yards.
Or take it down.
Yeah, they'll take the penalty, and they'll move it back 10 more yards. That'll put it back to the 35-yard line. And make it now a 2nd down.
About 23.
Yeah, about 23. From the Brawley 35. We'll send 3 wide receivers to the near side of the field this time for the Wildcats. Young will be standing to the left side of Gutierrez in the shotgun. Gutierrez taking his time, gets the snap, goes back to pass, looks over the far side, going to complete it. Or did he? No, he didn't. It bounces in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Robert Platt. Incomplete. It'll be a 3rd down and 23 from the 35.
Oof. That was a great passer between 2 Tiger defenders. I thought he had it, though. I thought he went down with it.
That caught the first 2 passes thrown tonight by the Wildcats, but has been shut out since then. Wildcats again will send 3 wide receivers to the near side of the field. Young will stay in the backfield. It'll be in a pistol formation now with the quarterback in the shotgun and Young straight behind him. Platt switches places with Porras wide left.
This guy, we need to put somebody up on the. He's
Back
all by
to
himself.
Gutierrez. That's up. Gonna get some pressure. That's the roll out. Now rolls out to his left. Looks downfield. Throws it long. It's gonna float downfield and goes over everybody's head. Incomplete. It'll be a 4th down and 23, and the Wildcats will have to front.
Shields almost had it for his loss.
Yeah, that was close. And we only had 3 people rushing too, and almost get the tackle on the sack back there. Gutierrez nimble on his feet as he showed right then, but the incomplete pass.
He's too quick.
Yeah.
Even on the baseball field and on the basketball court, he is just quick.
So Carranzo had a booming punt just moments ago using the wind. We'll have the wind behind his back this time. Deep to receive. We see Seth Shaw back on the field. Good to see him back there standing at his own 30-yard line.
There's about 50 yards. Oh, that's not.
Snap goes into the dirt. But Carranzo will get off the line drive punt that will bounce out of bounds around the 35-yard line. See, they'll mark it exactly. They're going to put it at the 34, and after the Tigers will have the ball 1st and 10. With 7:12 to go, and the Tigers trail by 5.
Missing a good game, Lionel. Missing a good game. Lionel Bendiola listening in from work. And his wife went home to Wisconsin, listening in with her parents.
Okay. Just seeing Reese get his first touchdown pass. And, wish you could have seen it, Lionel. Yep. Pretty impressive. Pretty nice.
Hopefully he's watching on the video.
So 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. For the Tigers, going against the wind, trailing by 5. Mendiola will be in the quarterback position. He'll have Tiernan to his right side. 2 wide receivers split the east side of the field. Mendiola takes the handoff, back to pass. Going to throw the short pass. Nichols will catch it at the 40-yard line. Will break a couple of tackles and get to the 44. He'll be close to a 1st down, but I think he's going to be a little bit shy. When we look down the line.
Every time we say that, though, they gave it to him.
I hope you're right this time.
He's calling a 1st down.
Yep, they're going to not even check it. They're going to go ahead and give him the 10-yard gain and a 1st down for the Tigers at the 44. Second catch for Nichols. The other went for a touchdown and a fumble.
He was down.
Didn't see what happened, but the Wildcats are saying it's their ball. Looked like the Tiger was down.
Yeah, he called it down. He called it down right here.
So we're going to the referee goes and tells, no, we're going to say it wasn't.
No, he was down.
It's called off.
I thought this guy called it down, and then J.J. Jackson saying it's going the other way.
So it's going to be a fumble and picked up. I didn't see who it was that picked it up. There's a Wildcat down on the field at the 50. But that fumble was really going to hurt the Tigers as the Wildcats had the ball at the 25-yard line.
I thought he was already sitting on the ground. There's three Wildcats had him wrapped up.
Ball's the 25. Wildcats have it. 5-point lead, 6:43 to go. The Wildcat that was injured was able to get off the field. Head coach David Shaw, the Tigers, going out to talk about that, but apparently he was not on the field, on the ground.
I thought this guy had called it here, and then he even threw the beanbag down. Castro on this side.
But didn't hear a whistle, so the Wildcats have it. 1st and 10 of the Tiger 25. Gutierrez in the shotgun. Handed off to Young over left tackle. Young will get a few yards, back a good 5 yards to the 20-yard line. It'll be a 2nd down and 5.
We got Shields with the tackle along with number 60.
That hurt. That turnover hurt.
That did.
Young stays in the lineup for the right side of Gutierrez. 2nd down and 5. And it's Young again. Young gets hit at the line of scrimmage. He'll get a yard on it, but good job of the Tigers of keeping him at no more than a yard. 3rd down and 4 from the 19. Brandon Young, the offensive coordinator, who played ball here in the North End, is the father of Isaiah, the offensive coordinator. They'll take their time. Clock continues to roll. 5:50 to go.
And then he went on to play arena football somewhere in the Bay Area.
Gutierrez will go under center now with a 3rd and 4. Camille in motion. Hand it off Young over the right side. Gets stacked up. Going to be brought down. No gain. 4th down coming up for the Wildcats.
Diego Valencia along with Wolfgang Horner.
Give him a yard at the 18-yard line, but a 4th down and 3 coming up for the Wildcats.
And no Carranza back there.
Young will stay in the backfield. Big 4th down now. 4th down and 3 from the 18.
We need to stop. We need to stop right now.
Young gets held back. Gets the call on the right side. Big hole. Going to get the 1st down as he gets upended inside the 10-yard line at about the 8. And a 1st and goal now for the 10-yard gain.
Big 1st down.
Yeah, big hole on that right side. Tigers were not expecting that. And actually going to put the ball about the 9, so give them a 9-yard gain on that.
Yeah, coming up here, we didn't even know if Isaiah Young was even going to play because he had bad ankle.
High ankle sprain, goes over the left side this time. Will dive forward inside the 5-yard line to about the 4, it looks like. So it'll be a 2nd and goal at the 4 after the 5-yard gain. He's now at 51 yards on 14 carries in the game. I remember Royce Freeman playing with a high ankle sprain and against Central.
Against Central. It was Central.
Over 200 yards in that game. I was just amazed at
and he still
how much he hurt.
Big long run.
Yep. And off with the right side to Young. Touchdown Wildcats. As Young will bust in over the right tackle. And the Wildcats now increase their lead to 26-15.
On the last play, Jeremiah Naylor tripped him up before he could get into the end zone. This time there was no stopping him.
Harlow will come in for the extra point attempt. Ball is down, kick is up, and it is good. With 3:59 to go in the game, it's now the Wildcats 27 and the Tigers 15.
Start the day off right with your favorite drinks from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to the Brickhouse Deli. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from, hot drinks, blend drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the Valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, the Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West 8th Road in Imperial.
Drive by the Wildcats, 6 plays, 25 yards after the fumble, recovery, and return. And capped by the 5-yard run, his 2nd touchdown of the night by Isaiah Young. Extra point good. Brawley now leads it by a score of 27-15. And set up to kick off.
We've got Dominic Suarez and Ali Perez back for the Tigers.
Harlow setting up for a short pooch kick again, which they've done pretty much most of this night. It's going to be pooched on the far side and catching the ball and then fumbling the ball and picking it up at the 24-yard line. Getting out, continuing running, though. And
Lopez.
Right. Lopez will bring it out to near the 35. That's scary when the ball comes down on the turf, doesn't it? Wow. So 1st and 10 Tigers, they'll be at their own 35-yard line. Got check time. Trailing the Wildcats 27-15, 3:53 to go in the ball game.
Got to pass the ball now.
And what to do it against the wind. Not quite as strong as it was earlier in the game, but Still a slight breeze out of the west. The Tigers running straight into it. Vendiola, quarterback, Tiernan to his right side. Vendiola back to pass. Looks to the far side, going to complete it at the 40-yard line. Breaking a tackle with Suarez. He'll go out of bounds. Out near the 44. It's tackled into the bench over there.
Flag. We got a flag.
And a flag, maybe a late hit call against Brawley on that one. He was running out of bounds. There was really no reason to even touch him.
And he flipped over their bench or whatever that.
And he's okay. Now we see him jumping over to the right side. But yeah, he was drove into the bench, and there's really no reason for that at all, as he was running out of bounds anyway to stop the clock. But that, I don't know. Yeah, there's the flag. I was going to say, I thought there would. No. There's no flag.
What?
There's no flag. Wow.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Wow. So it's going to be a gain of 7, second down and 3 from the 42. And yeah, he was shoved over the bench on the far side.
He was already out of bounds.
Right, and he was out of bounds, running out of bounds when it happened. And David Shaw goes out to ask, he put, just looking and saying, well, what was that? Apparently it was nothing. So it'll be a second down and 3 for the Tigers at the 42.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm going to leave it alone.
Yep. That's the best way for us to do it. Back to pass. Spindiola rolling out to his right. Heavy pressure. Carranza's going to bring it down back at the 25-yard line. So we just got to get rid of it.
No, he didn't.
Let's take it a big loss.
Yeah, you're not going to outrun Carranza.
Too much speed there. Too much athleticism from Carranza.
He's got it all. Got it all.
We'll go back to the 28 and a loss of 15 or 14 on the play. So third down and 17 coming up.
Yeah, that kid, you ought to see him hit a baseball.
Well, I remember his dad, Pedro, could hit the ball hard and distance. So I know what you mean. Third down and 17 from the 28, back to pass Vendiola. Sets up, going to pass it, and goes in and out of the hands. Short pass on that one, intended for Suarez on the far side. The Tigers are the 4th and long. We're up to punt. 3:02 to go in the game.
Good showing, though. We showed up. We showed up to play today.
Yep.
I was a little worried after the Hopeville game.
Well, and I mean, for quite a while, we were still in the ball game. That fumble, and then score right after it turned a 5-point game into the 12-point game. We had 27-15. Gonzalez Lopez. Ethan will get it off. High punt. Going into the wind, but still high. Good kick. Good catch at the 42. That's for the Wildcats. Will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 42. I suspect we'll see a lot of runs. Try to use the clock up. 2:46 to go. Tigers came into the game with a 3-game win streak. And unless something can quickly change here, they'll suffer their 3rd loss of the year. Wildcats, after losing the first 2 of the season, have won 5 in a row coming into tonight and have the 12-point lead with less than 3 minutes to go here this evening. 1st and 10 Wildcats from their own 42. And it off to Young over the right side. Actually going to try passing it. I'm surprised at that.
Yeah.
They faked the dive to Young, and then Gutierrez rolled out to the right and passed it incomplete. And it'll be a second down and 10. Stopping the clock with 2:53. Yeah, why wouldn't you run the clock out? Yeah.
There's nobody around him.
Right.
It looked like he hurried that pass also.
And
then it stops the clock.
Right. That's what I mean.
Good for us.
Yeah. Calexico has scored again. 26-7 now over Southwest in the 4th quarter. Bulldogs leading the Eagles 26-7. 2nd and 10 Wildcats from their own 42. Down the shotgun. Young in the backfield along with Gutierrez. Young will get the call, or actually a fake in, and Gutierrez will carry it around the left side. Gutierrez breaks a couple of tackles, will be brought out of bounds after getting a 1st down at the Tiger 46-yard line. We'll see where they're going to mark his progress, the 46 of Imperial. It'll be a 1st down.
Okay, why are they running the clock if it's a 1st down?
Yeah, not sure.
What?
Not sure. Gain of 12 on that one. That puts him at 99 yards in the game.
Okay.
Big thanks to that 55-yard touchdown run. First and 10 of the Tiger 46. Gutierrez takes his time, hands it off, or thinks he is going to hand off this time to Young, and Young will get a yard to the 45 and nothing more. Second down and 9.
Beautiful read by Ty Bishop. Got him with his 5th tackle of the night. Right at 2 minutes.
Right, 2 minutes to go. 27-15. Wildcats leading the Tigers. Gutierrez gets the call from the sideline. Now exits the huddle. 1:48 and the clock running here in the ball game. 3 wide receivers to the right side. Gutierrez goes under center. And off on the right side to Young over right tackle. He'll get down to the 40-yard line and be brought down. It'll be a 3rd down and 4 from the 40. And timeout with 1:30 to go in the ball game. And it's Brawley 27, Imperial 15.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Back here at Warren Field in Brawley, where the Wildcats lead the Tigers 27-15. Final score we gave you earlier tonight: the Central Spartans defeated Del Valle of El Paso, Texas, 36-28. Calexico leading Southwest 26-7, and that ball game is in the 4th quarter. Last night, Palo Verde defeating Oakville 40-8. A big game for the Desert League. Palo Verde runs their record of 5-2 on the year, and Oakville drops to 5-2.
That's good to hear.
So 3rd down and 4 on the Tiger 40 for the Wildcats. Gutierrez under center. Fakes the handoff, going to roll to the right side. He's going to, it's a good thing the 30-yard line marker knocked him down the top from that, because he was making a cut and would have been gone.
He was gone.
But instead he'll be down at the 28, a gain of 12, and a 1st down for the Tigers.
His knees gave out on him.
Yep.
You and I wouldn't have stood up. Good cut.
Clock down, 1:10 left to go. And the Wildcats from here pretty well. I don't think we have any timeouts, but they may just be able to take a knee. We'll see what they do. They exited the huddle and then went back to the huddle.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what else was to be said, but they look over to head coach John Self on the sideline. And the Wildcats will call timeout with 47 seconds to go, and leading the Tigers 27-15.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at the Broken Yolk Café. Once again, voted best breakfast in Imperial Valley by you, our customer. Thank you. Now remember, Broken Yolk strives every day to bring you great service and great food, still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yolk Café and join the club, or order your meal online. Broken Yolk Café on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
So we'll be back in action next Friday night. I want to remind you again, we'll be at Centro as the Spartans will host the Imperial Tigers in Imperial Valley League play. Centro, the defending league champions of the IVL, and picked up a big win against El Paso tonight.
That is
Del Valle of El Paso.
That is something.
Yeah.
That would be something double like that to play.
Had a dinner with both teams together last night on the football field, which I thought was really cool for the city to get together to do that. And the Wildcats do set up to go into the victory formation, and they'll just take a knee. They'll need to do it just a couple of times, and that will call this one. So the Wildcats pick up a big victory against the Tigers tonight, and will run their record in IVL play to 2-0. And the Tigers will drop this one and go down to 0-1 in league play. And we'll continue in IVL next week at Central. And we'll be back in just a moment as we recap the scoring of tonight's game and our stats in just a moment.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice that you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Aiton Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's the place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. And if you're throwing a party, kegs, wine, and champagne. Everything you need at one convenient location. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save a buck with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Aiton Express is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Highway 86 and Aiton Road in Imperial.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
When it comes to great Mexican food, El Zarape restaurant in Imperial should be number one because they do it right. From special quesadillas to 17 different burritos, not including 8 different breakfast burritos. Yeah, they have one you will love. The food is great, the service even better. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner at El Zarape, still offering curbside service. Call 760-355-4435. El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Return to Ford Field in Brawley where the Wildcats come up with a 20-15. They got a 27-15 win over the Imperial Tigers. The Tigers would score first in the game at the 7:55 mark of the first quarter on a 7-play, 61-yard drive, using up 4 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. Jeremiah Nader with a touchdown, his third of the year, an 11-yard run. The extra point was no good, and the Tigers led 6-0. Brawley would bounce right back, though, with 11-11 to go in the first half on a 17-play, 80-yard drive that was capped by the 2-yard run by Isaiah Young, first of his 2 tonight. The extra point was good, and it was 7-6 Brawley. They would increase it to 14-6 at halftime. At 5:11 mark of the second quarter, a 71-yard run that was by Gilbert Corrales. The extra point was good, and it was 14-6 Wildcats at the half. Or actually, just before the half, the Tigers would get a field goal on a 10-play, 69-yard drive and get a 33-yard field goal by Ethan Gonzalez-Lopez, his fourth in as many attempts this year. And the halftime score was Brawley 14, Imperial 9. The Wildcats would increase it to 20-9 with 8:43 to go in the third quarter with a 55-yard run by quarterback Ethan Gutierrez. Extra point was no good, though, and it was 20-9 in favor of the Wildcats. But the Tigers can bounce right back. An 8-play, 51-yard drive capped by the 22-yard touchdown pass, the first of his career at Imperial by Reese Vindiola. Yeah. It would go to Jesse Nichols, and for Nichols, his second touchdown reception of the year. 2-point conversion was no good, and the Tigers trailed 20-15 with the fourth quarter remaining. But a big fumble recovery by the Wildcats that was advanced on the Tigers to the 25-yard line led to a 6-play, 25-yard drive. And with 3:59 to go, Isaiah Young would get his second touchdown of the night, a 5-yard run, and the extra point would give the Wildcats a 27-15 lead and one they would hold to the end. For the victorious Wildcats, Ethan Gutierrez would pass 11 times, completing 6 for just 30 yards in the game. The Tigers really shut them down on that. But rushing, they would get 276 yards rushing, 111 on 11 carries for Gutierrez, 1 for a touchdown of 55 yards. Isaiah Young had 2 touchdowns, 62 yards, but on 17 carries.
Oh, good.
Then there was Gilbert Corrales, 3 carries, 90 yards, but 1 on a 71-yard touchdown run. And then Daniel Camillo, 3 carries for 7 yards, and Tanner Carranza, 2 carries for 6 yards. So a total of 306 yards of offense for the Wildcats unofficially. For the Tigers, Reese Fendiola would complete 6 of 10 passes in the game for 47 yards. The Tigers overall would have 6 of 11 passing for the 47 yards, and on that, there would be 3 catches in the game by Dominic Suarez or 2 catches, that is, for 14 yards. There would be 2 catches for 32 yards and a touchdown by Jesse Nichols, 1 catch for 6 yards by Alejandro Perez, and then 1 catch that was for -2 yards that went to Zach Ray. The Tigers would add 98 yards rushing and just barely missing out. Actually, it was going to be 120 yards rushing. Tiernan missing out on another 100-yard game. And we see, since you cheer, you're a football Dame. And we see one of the Villacampos, coming with a sign to one of the cheerleaders. That's what everybody's cheering for. But Tiernan comes 3 yards short of 100 yards today, 17 carries and 97 yards. Jeremiah Nader, 9 carries, 30 yards and a touchdown. 3 carries for Reese Fendiola for -6. One was that big 14-yarder on a 14-yard sack. Seth Shaw, 1 carry for 0 yards. And that pretty well does it for that. We'll take a look at the defensive stats for our Tigers as our post-game show continues in just a moment.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice that you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Ayton Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's a place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. And if you're throwing a party, kegs, wine, and champagne. Everything you need at one convenient location. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save $1 with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Ayton Express is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Highway 86 and Ayton Road in Imperial.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Final score here in Brawley. The Wildcats defeat the Tigers 27-15. And George, got some defensive stats for us?
Yeah, Mick, and we continue the trend that we said about 3 games ago. Look at the linebackers. I have Jeremiah Naylor with 9 tackles. Zach Ray also with 9.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kai Bishop with 5. Joel Villacampos did a great job from the outside linebacker position. He ended up with 4. Oh, Aiden Shields I had down here with 5 also. So we did, that's the way it should be. Seth only had 2 tackles from the safety position, and that's the way the defense should
be. The difference in the game was a 71-yard run for a touchdown, a 55-yard run for a touchdown, and then a fumble recovery with a short field, and that just spelled doom for the Tigers. They were in the ballgame right up until the last 4 minutes of the game. They were down by just 5, and was moving the ball. I got it down to about the 45-yard line, and then the fumble returned, and that turned everything around.
And I think those passes going into the wind, too, killed us.
Yeah.
I think if that wind's not blowing, we get behind the defenders. But good showing by the Tiger defense and by the offense. We didn't give up. We kept playing the whole game. Proud of these kids.
Just to wrap up the scoring for tonight in other high school games, the Calexico Bulldogs have defeated the Southwest Eagles by a score of 26-15, and that is a final score.
Okay.
We will see Calexico in 2 weeks on homecoming night, and then the following week, the Johnny Romero helmet game will finish up the regular season with Southwest at home. Impressive showing tonight. Central Spartans defeat Del Valle of El Paso 36-28. Good ball game there.
Congratulations.
Cal Jones Field, and congratulations to the Spartans. Last night we had a final score in Blythe as Palo Verde defeated Holville 40-8. Somewhat surprising. I thought it'd be a lot closer than that.
Coach Shaw said that Blythe looked good. They shouldn't have gone down. They should have stayed in our league.
Stay in the league one more year. They might have had a shot at winning the league. But they're going to be a team to contend with in Division 5 for sure. Once the playoffs come around. So we'll be in Central at Cal Jones Field next week to continue IVL play against the Central Spartans. The Brawley Wildcats will be playing on Thursday night against Calexico here at Warren Field. So they'll host the Bulldogs on Thursday night before their end of the year. After a week bye, they'll have their end of the year game against the Central Spartans for the Bell, which most people in the Valley were looking forward to that one because that is a big game. Yeah,
I expected a good game here, but I think that game is going to be.
Yeah, well, I kind of suspected in looking at all the teams that, of course, my hope is for Imperial for the IVO, but I kind of thought that it's going to come down to the Bell game. It's going to be Brawley and Central, and that's sort of the way it's looking right now. That's going to come down to. I don't think that Brawley was going to have too much trouble next week when they play Calexico, but the Bulldogs have put some points up this year, so you never know what's going to happen. But they'll be hosting Calexico next week. We'll be on the road at Central next Friday night with our pregame at 6:45, game time at 7 o'clock, and that pretty well does it here.
Yeah, we're done, and no injuries.
No injuries.
That's
the good part.
Out